coming down with the coldest, happiest to be back in the saddle. Limousine riding.
Jet flying.
Economy flying. I take that redneck first class. You know what that is, E.T.?
Redneck first class.
Yeah, you know what the redneck first class is?
Educate me.
You grab that exit row.
Oh, when she's talking, he said, I gotta have that every time.
The exit row. I couldn't do no first class, baby. We did grab the exit row for one leg.
Extra leg room, baby.
You take what you can get. So.
That's right. Are you willing and able to assist? Yes,
yes, I
verbal
am.
Confirmation.
Yeah, yes, I am. My man's been there. Rise and shine, Googans. Happy to be here on a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday. A lot to get to today, a lot of fun to be had. It's certainly an important time for the Jaguars. We continue to keep up to date on the GM search. Now the Combine. It'd be nice to get a GM for the Combine, huh? I mean, maybe, just a little aside. It'd be nice to have one in place. We'll see. They're down to the finalists, and I would imagine by this weekend a decision will come. And with some nuances to that search, maybe can we connect some dots? I don't know. We'll look at that a little bit as we move through this morning for sure. I'm going to start, with a bit of shout out to the airline industry, by the way. I had a nice, smooth flight, smooth travel both ways.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, it's good to hear. Because it slapped me around, but the last 2 or 3 times I've flown, it was a disaster. So credit where credit's due on that one. I was free to move about the country. I flew Southwest. I haven't done that in a while. Ding. Yeah, ding. Exit row. Can you assist? Yes, ma'am. Yes, we can. I'm going to start you out with a little burst of irony this morning. As I'm wont to do on the travels, I'm just kind of digesting as much as I can and get back in the sports world mindset after 4 days of wedding extravaganzas. E.T.
Yep.
I found this interesting column, and it was ranking the rookie classes after year one. Okay, which the draft basically. Ranking, as we sit here now, last year's draft. Now, as I went through this list from bottom to top, because I'm always searching where we're most likely to find our team, it seems, in evaluations, especially off a 4-13 season, I'm wondering just how far off the bottom can we get in that. We hit a home run in round one with a Pro Bowl receiver, so immediately that's about enough, right? If you could get 2 or 3 guys in a draft class, impact players, then you're going to fare pretty well compared to others because, trust me, there are a lot of draft classes where they got not a zilch, at least so far, from last year. But, hold on now. If I ask you to just take a guess before we go down the list here, if I ask you to take a guess, where did the Jaguars rank last year as the draft classes from 1 to 32?
I'm going to go entire class. I'm going to go 26.
Okay, 26. That would be disappointing, you think, or?
Very.
All right, 32, the Cleveland Browns. Year one hits, none. Okay. 31. This could start to see some effect. The Detroit Lions.
Yes.
Year one hits, none. They say first-rounder Terry Arnold had a splashy moment, but he allowed a 100.4 quarterback rating in his coverage area. Number 30, another playoff team, Minnesota Vikings. Year one hits, none. Now, look, you lost J.J. McCarthy, right? Didn't play all year, so that's probably a little bit TBA there. Number 29, Cincinnati Bengals. Year one hits, none. Okay. 28, Jets. 27, Cowboys. 26, Panthers. There goes your projection.
Okay.
25, Falcons. 24, Seattle. 23, New Orleans. 22, the Chiefs. Year one hits, 1, Xavier Worthy. All right. Number 21, the Indianapolis Colts. Number 20, the Bills.
Okay, we cracked top 20.
Hold on now. Number 19, the Texans. Year one hits, Kamari Lassiter. Number 18, the New England Patriots. Year one hit, Drake May. Number 17, the Chicago Bears. Number 16, the Pittsburgh Steelers. What now? We're in the top half. The irony still to come, by the way. Number 15. With a receiver in the first round, the Arizona Cardinals. Year one hit, Marvin Harrison Jr. Number 14, the Baltimore Ravens. Nate Wiggins, Roger Rosengarten, year one hits. Number 13, the Green Bay Packers. Number 12, the Miami Dolphins, year one hit, Chop Robinson. Number 11, J.C. Latham and Tavondre Sweat helped the Titans to a number 11 spot. We're in the top 10, my man.
Come on, somebody.
Number 10, the Raiders. Brock Bowers, Jackson Powers Johnson. Number 9, the San Francisco 49ers. With 3 year one hits, Renardo Green, Dominic Puny, and Malik Mustafa. Number 8, here we go. With a wide receiver leading the way, the Los Angeles Chargers, McConkey, Alt, and Tarheeb Still. Number 7, the Denver Broncos. Number 6, the Tampa Bay Bucks.
All right now.
Bucky Irving, Tyke Smith, Graham Barton. Number 5, your Jacksonville Jaguars. They proclaim year one hits in Brian Thomas Jr. And here's the guy that we're going to have to come to reckoning with here because he keeps showing up. And just I saw a redraft of round 1. They put this guy in the first round. I saw PFF's all-rookie team. He was first team all-rookie. And that's Jarian Jones, who apparently, it's tough when you watch week to week a team. You see every breakdown. And when you're 4-13, you focus more on that than, I guess, some good things that are also happening. But Jarian Jones seems to be kind of a real key here as to where this thing breaks.
We made top 5 with just 2 year one hits.
Now, look, they are taking in the rest of the class. They just don't go into any other descriptors. So for every class, they're taking in the entire rookie class and I guess the undrafted rookie free agents, but they're just, for the sake of this column, they're just saying who the hits are.
But those 2 must be weighted heavy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. We might need to focus on Jarian more, like you said.
And Thomas now shows up as the second receiver. Any redraft or, it's Neighbors and then Thomas. The more productive than Adunze and what Marvin Harrison Jr. was the stud of the class, right? But about the Jaguars, 5th best draft class. What did we get? Mason Smith, round 2? Jones is round 3. Then we went, the big tackle from LSU was Jordan Jefferson, then goes in round 4. Is that how the first 4 went?
Sounds right.
We get anything really hit later in that draft? I'm trying to go pull up last year's draft class, and as you do that, I'll read what they write about the Jags, whose draft class they rank 5th. Irony still to come. Thomas Jr. anchors the Jaguars ranking here, as I genuinely believe he's the prototypical number 1 receiver. Big, fast, sharp routes, vertical speed, ball tracking, brilliance, and yak mastery. It was an amazing year for the former LSU standout, and he was the 4th receiver picked at 23 overall. Jones did it all as a member of the Jaguars secondary as a rookie. He's a sizable slot who reliably tackled and routinely made plays on the football. So according to, and this is a CBS Sports column, the only 4 draft classes better than the Jags was, good luck keeping up in the NFC East. The Commanders at number 1, Daniels, Sanders still, and an offensive tackle. Number 2, the Giants. They also had Tyrone Tracy, cornerback Andrew Phillips. Number 3, the Eagles. They got those 2 guys that we spent a lot of time wondering about last draft season, Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, and they ended up with both those corners, and they were both fantastic. And number 4 was the Rams, which, that FSU Quinella there, Verse and Fisk, a big part of that ranking. But, yeah, there we go. 5th overall. You got the entire draft class there, E?
Yeah, we forgot our 6th-round draft pick really hit. In the 6th round, we took
kicker
Cam Little.
That's fair.
Yeah, it is.
He'd be the rookie kicker. I mean, that's an important piece. It sure looks like we're not going to worry about kicker for the next 10 years.
Absolutely. In the 5th round, we took running back Keelan Robinson.
Nothing. We didn't get anything out of him last year.
5th round, we took the cornerback out of Ole Miss, DeAndre Prince.
Yeah, I don't know how he graded. Didn't play much till the end of the year. Didn't do anything that was notable to the positive. I don't think. Listen, what we think and what PFF and some of these others think when they're actually looking at film can be 2 different things, right? So, and then how do we round it out?
2 4th-rounders, Javon Foster out of Missouri,
okay,
and then Jordan Jefferson.
Sure, and we mentioned Jefferson, Foster, the big tackle. That there's some. Was Miles Cole the 7th-rounder? Is that what we did there? Possibly. Or is that 2 years?
It's not even listed here.
Oh, so we don't go to 7. I think it was Cole, right? The kind of the prospect, the long.
You're right. Yep, Miles Cole, Texas Tech.
Yeah, edge rusher there. So, look, encouraging, right?
It is.
Ready for the irony?
Uh-oh.
Wouldn't be the typical resume of a GM that just got axed. Trent Baalke leaves town with a resume stuffer. If he wants to start listing CBS Sports. Huh? Boy, it shows you to the dysfunction overall and the necessity to clean house that at least this draft class for now is ranked that high. But the moving piece in there that's really interesting is Jarian Jones, who seems to be getting an awful lot of love from those evaluators around the league. So that would be absolutely terrific if it turns out, he should be in the first round in a redraft. And he made plays, right? He did. He definitely showed some skill at times. What the Jags do in between free agency and the draft to address that other corner, right? We're in search of a starting cornerback. Because Jones is going to continue to play that Swiss Army knife, right? Yeah. Put him in the slot. He can do both, right? He's got both safety and corner skills, probably. What do they do there? What do they do with Cisco? Some interesting questions to be answered in addition to all the others where most of the focus here is going to be at that number 5 overall pick. I saw a mock draft also, as I was wont to do, that had Cam Ward falling, I think after the Jags even maybe, like to 8. So no quarterbacks went before number 5.
We don't want that.
Yeah, I keep saying we don't want that, but at the end of the day, it sure seems like we're settling on Mason Graham, at least in the court of consensus. And I don't think Graham's status is going to get affected by whether or not quarterbacks go in front of him, perhaps. But
would you mind that?
No, I'm okay with that. I certainly hope he hits. As I'm wanting to do, there's another name that's jumping at me. And for a variety of reasons. And one of them is, if you look at what the Eagles have done in building that defense, what is the biggest constant common denominator of that group coming to prominence?
The D linemen?
It's the Georgia players.
Okay. The
right?
Dogs.
Right? We counted them up at one point. It's like 4 or 5 of them that are contributing, including that monster Jalen Carter on the defensive line.
Might be even more than that, but yeah.
It was 4 or 5 of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
This Jalen Walker out of Georgia is intriguing.
Okay.
He had 6.5 sacks this year, but he had 4 of them against Texas, and he had like a sack and a half against Clemson in the opener. The potential to be a real wrecking ball there. Now, he's an edge. So you are eschewing help up the middle, which seems to be the bigger need, but is it really? We got 2 guys that can get to the quarterback. We realize that, right? It's 2 years in a row. The only 2 dudes that have gotten there have been Trayvon Walker and Josh Allen.
Yes.
They're the only 2. And I would suggest that if we had 6 Trayvon Walkers on our depth chart there on the D line, we'd be pretty doggone good.
I would agree.
So if you want to sell me on adding a high ceiling edge rusher who's played in big, these Georgia kids, they're answering the bell time after time, aren't they? These guys are coming into the league, man, and they're just boom, important pieces, especially there in Philly. So that DNA intrigues me a little bit. If we start talking edge rusher, all the attention, and rightly, is on the Penn State, prospect. That makes sense. Could go number 1 overall. But anyway, just some musings here as I ease back in on a Beatros Plumbing Wednesday. Like family, Beatros is there. And like clockwork, the Gators win by 20. Little college hoops and more when we return. A lot more football talk today. I'm pretty sure we got the Murphy Power Hour, and we're getting closer and closer to the baseball season. I'm finally embracing some Braves optimism, which feels pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I can go through some of those point by points if you wish. We've got a lot more, though, coming your way. Happy to be back and up and at 'em with you on a Beatros Plumbing Wednesday. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Joe, I'm afraid I'll have to take your badge and gun.
Joe Coward.
Captain, if we could just please...
I don't want to discuss it.
Weekdays 2 to 4.
Hand them over.
On 1010XL.
He believes there's probable cause to believe...
You're not a police officer anymore, Joe.
Frank Frangie here. It's new year, new truck time at Nimnik Buick GMC, home of the largest inventory of GMC Sierras in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. This month, save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierra 1500s or enjoy rates as low as 0% zero APR financing. Yes, 0%. You can't find deals like this anywhere in Jacksonville. Shop 24/7 online at NimnikBuickGMC.com. Value your trade and customize your payment options in seconds. Nimnik Buick GMC. GMC, we are professional grade.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T here, and I know that getting into an accident is stressful, but getting the proper care doesn't have to be. That's why I recommend McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center. Even if you're at fault, your insurance covers you. And remember, you have the right to choose your own doctor. Even a minor accident can cause whiplash for years if it goes untreated. So don't wait. Call the auto accident experts at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation. Your recovery starts today.
Tired of seeing the signs of aging in the mirror? Fine lines, sun damage, redness? They don't have to be part of your future. I'm Dr. Mark Capel, a board-certified dermatologist, and I can help you look and feel your best without invasive surgery or painful treatments. Imagine rejuvenating your skin in a relaxing, comfortable environment with minimal to no downtime. Smooth out fine lines, even skin tone, and restore that youthful glow. Find out how to look and feel your best at Dermagnify.com. Dermagnify.com.
Did you know your pup could take 30,000 to 60,000 steps a day at Dogtopia of Jacksonville Beach Boulevard? That's a whole lot of tail-wagging fun with their best furry friends. At Dogtopia, they turn playtime into exercise, learning, and socialization in their off-leash, open-play environment. Dogs build confidence, reduce anxiety, and stay happy and healthy, all while having the time of their lives. Visit Dogtopia of Jacksonville Beach Boulevard today.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When pests invade your home or business, you don't just need them out, you need them out fast. And you need to keep them out. At Terminix, they'll show up for you and eliminate pests quicker, just like they did at my house, because they care about what matters most to you. When pests show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a pest problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. That's right, Terminix it.
When you want to be heard, send your opinion to the 1010XL text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
Thank you for believing in me when the bosses didn't give me a chance.
641-1010. No texting and driving. Get your thoughts heard on 1010XL.
This is Tony Baselli, Pro Football Hall of Famer. I was known for protecting our quarterback. These days, I'm extending that protection to a different arena, your home. I have partnered with Heritage Roofing of North Florida, your premier local roofers with over 25 years of experience. Heritage is your go-to roofer for hurricane preparation, with same-day inspections and estimates. They also work with all insurance companies. Let Heritage Roofing of North Florida safeguard your home and family. Visit heritagenfl.com for your free estimate today.
State license CCC 1335410.
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
Don't miss the Players Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic Stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
When you need a mechanic you can trust, call Sam, Harry, or Joe at AA Automotive on Richard Street. From oil changes to complex engine repairs, AA Automotive promises expert service and honest pricing from a local family biz. AA Automotive on Richard Street.
Gun charges, drug charges. I'm attorney Malcolm Anthony, and I specialize in handling these types of felony cases. Stay out of trouble, but if you don't, call me at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
Bull riding. The perfect fusion of strength, skill, and pure willpower. Professional bull riders aren't just athletes. They're daredevils with cowboy souls. Come experience the true modern West, where 8 seconds of glory will create a lifetime of memories. It's the Michelob Ultra PBR Jacksonville at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena, February 22nd and 23rd. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com and PBR.com. Hold on tight. The ride of your life is about to begin.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
And we're back. It is a Beatrice Plumbing Wednesday from the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. I read this list. It doesn't make any sense. It'll value teams with more than others lower. The author even comments at one point that teams with more hits would be ranked higher. Although it was interesting that the Jags, with just those 2 hits, they were ranked higher than teams that had 3 hits. So I do think it kind of engulfed the entire draft class. Again, very, very subjective. And it's also just 1 year. I mean, but plenty of guys that you think one thing after a year, both to the good and the bad, and it doesn't play out that way. Also, though, there's this. The last time the Jags had a hit on 2 picks was 2016, which led to a title game. So I'm the author of the list. Also from the text line, you need to directly inject that Braves optimism into my veins. I just don't have any. Okay. There's a cliche, E.T., there are 2 certainties in life, death and taxes.
Yep.
I have another thing that is as true as those 2. And that is when your boy here makes a trip through the Atlanta airport, every single time I grab some Braves gear.
For real?
Well, today it'd be this. Today it's the hat. Just what I need another hat, but there you go. This is the latest fare. We would have picked this up at some, marketplace in the Atlanta airport. It's like the Casbah for me.
That makes about hat number 85.
100%. I told Mrs. P we're gonna purge.
I'm gonna do something with
I still got that box that we brought in a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. That box is still sitting somewhere with all those hats in it.
Except for our main ones.
Right. Pulled out a few. I gotta pare them down. I gotta do a purge. But anyway, yeah, if I'm in the Atlanta airport, every single time I buy Braves gear, it might be a T-shirt, might be a hat, but this is this year's version.
Every time I'm in the Atlanta airport, I always see a celebrity.
Yeah, I think I may have seen a celebrity yesterday, but it happened too fast, and we were walking, so I didn't want to play 20 questions, but I may have seen OBJ in the airport in Atlanta.
Probably.
Can you get on OBJ's timeline and tell me where could he have been traveling? Could I've seen him in the Atlanta airport? Because again, it happened real fast. He's going the other way. But I could drop it in on Hicken for 20 questions if indeed it were him, but I wasn't sure, and I didn't want to say it was, and then we find out OBJ's in Aruba. Could it have been OBJ if you're out there? Yeah, that Atlanta airport's something, though, isn't it? Like I said, it's a Casbah for me. It hit some Chick-fil-A, grab a Braves gear, and off to the gate we go. All right, let me inject just a little bit. Okay, I'll do it. Let me give you that just a little bit into your veins of Braves optimism. It was a quiet offseason, and Acuna won't join him for a while. But the lineup now, with the healthy returns of Michael Harris and Riley and Acuna, it's time to realize, and it's hard to posture it this way because last year was so piecemeal. There were times last year where the lineup from 5 to 9 was, somehow they, made it through. But an overall healthy lineup, minus Acuna for a month or two, but still, Michael Harris from the get-go, if he stays healthy. Again, everyone has to stay healthy. That's the case of everyone, including the Dodgers, for Pete's sake. So the lineup, I think, will return to a top 5 lineup in Major League Baseball. But and the starting pitching is pretty good. It's pretty good. And if it gets to the point where your healthy rotation, and again, Strider is closer than he is further from returning, and you go Chris Sale, Spencer Strider, Ronaldo Lopez, and Schwellenbach as your 4, and then that leaves you with Grant Holmes or Ian Anderson. Shoot, you've got Bryce Elder's been an all-star. You've got Smith Shawver. It's a pretty deep staff, and if those guys are healthy, that's a pretty good 2 or 3 at the top. In fact, that 4, if healthy, based on how they pitched last year and what you would reasonably expect, it rivals just about anyone. So there you go. Is that predicting that they're better than, the Mets or Phillies or Dodgers or Yankees or anyone else? No. But, man, it's far from some barren landscape for Braves baseball going into this year. They did not do enough in the bullpen, but that's it. I've gone off tangent enough for you. Hopefully that was at least just a little bit of optimism for those veins. Let me tell you where they're feeling increasing optimism. This little TGL golf venture seems to be gaining a little bit of momentum at the end of season 1. It seems like that. It's gaining a little bit. They did this massive triple header on Monday where I was and just where we were just hanging around doing nothing. It was on for a while. It was interesting to get my buddy who golfs, has never seen it. He'd never heard of it.
What?
Yeah, he'd never heard of it.
And he's a golfer?
Yeah, he's just, he's not an all-time golfer, but he likes golf. He's, he's not he's a big sports fan, but yeah, he's never even heard of the TGO. That speaks to our point of, how and when it's promoted.
And who was kind of promoted too.
Correct. But he thought I was curious. I said, would you watch it again? He said, nah, probably not. He said, but I'm enjoying it. It's interesting. But what was interesting, is the triple header on Monday. It had some dramatic events, but more than anything, the guys showed some energy for the first time. It didn't seem contrived. They were, the banter back and forth and the excitement over hitting shots. I just think it lent to at least a little bit better product, and they're getting rave reviews now from all, especially the golf platforms, on the direction they seem to be headed. And we'll watch for those TV ratings on Monday. I think the highest rating the thing has gotten is like 1 million, the highest number of viewers. I wonder if it will be higher than that. And then there was a Shazam moment last night. Did you see this Tiger mishap?
No.
So the way the simulator works, right, is you hit it into a screen, right, and watch the ball go, and you're not actually, eyeballing the target. And Tiger just, I guess, paying attention. They were in alternate shot, so he's not really, it's not like he hits, and then he goes to his ball, and he hits it again, and he's tracking the whole way. So he asks, how far is it? It's his turn to go up and hit. How far is it? They said 99. Well, in golf, if you're 199 yards, you'll off the caddy will say 99 because it's 199. Or if you're 123 yards, and so how far are you? You're 23.
Okay.
Because it's not 23. It's 123. Well, Tiger, I guess, half paying attention or not, they said 99. He thought it was 99. He carried a wedge out for a 199 shot and never even noticed until it came up 100 yards short. And he said it's the most embarrassing thing that he's ever done in golf, which I think is perhaps just a tad embellished. The Florida Gator basketball team won another game by 20-plus points last night. I think I saw it's the 10th win this year of at least 20. It's second most in all of college basketball. They're on another dynamic run here. It's included, wins at Auburn. That Mississippi State win they had on the road. I saw they beat number 6 Texas A&M last night handily by double digits. I mean, Florida is stacking wins and gaining momentum and getting a lot of love. I know y'all have talked about the initial debut of the seeding, as it were, and in Florida has moved all the way up to a 1 seed by then. Alabama lost later that day. Florida right now, just about anywhere you look, is noted as the second or third best team in the country. And the number 1 team, they beat on the road by by double digits, without 2 of their best players. And we've not seen anything coming off that Auburn win to indicate it's a fluke with Oklahoma, who is fading fast, by the way. That number, that 13 or 14 that they're projecting from the SEC into the NCAA tournament, that number is, to Hicken's point, he's talked about it, it's going to tick down. I don't care how good the conference is. You can't be 3-10. Now, I'm fine with a team without a winning record in a really good, deep conference getting in based on, what they would be compared to maybe a different schedule in a different league, but Oklahoma's fallen fast. There at one point, it was the 3 last undefeated teams were Tennessee, Florida, and Oklahoma. Tennessee and Florida Florida has skyrocketed. Tennessee's wavered here and there, but still considered a top 8 team. Oklahoma's fallen off the map. Maybe it's the tournament. And Florida beat them last night, 85-63. Again, playing out Condon. Sam Alexis is out. Y'all have talked about Handlockton returning. Just, some contributions for a big man. Clayton Jr. is playing like an All-American. He's going to be on the All-Americans teams. Whether it'll be second team or third team, we'll find out. But he'll be an All-American. And Florida is really starting to look not just like a team that's positioned to be a top seed, but a team that will be a top seed when the March Madness field is unveiled here in just a couple of weeks. They're now 23-3. They are 10-3 in this rugged SEC. They got back-to-back games against a couple teams that are unranked, LSU and Georgia, on the road. Then it's home for number 7, Texas A&M. They're at number 4, Alabama, and then home against Ole Miss, who is still ranked right now. So you got 5 games left in this SEC schedule. And if Florida goes 4-1, which, it looks hard, but we just looked at a portion of the schedule that had games at number 1 Auburn and at number 22 Mississippi State, and they won both by, I keep saying they beat Auburn by double figures. I think they won by 9, but it was, it was an easy win. It was a win they led by double digits most of the day. And again, another 20-point win last night. That's 2 in a row in conference. Back-to-back now at LSU, at Georgia, but we've gone from really to just one discussion point here on this Gator basketball team and this Gator basketball season, and that is, will they be a number 1 seed? That's where it is. We're not talking about bubbles. We're not talking about anything other than, will Florida be a number 1 seed? It may very well come down to that game at Alabama. And again, you could perhaps, if you win the rest and lose that game at Bama, it may not affect you too much. And what's especially impressive is that, it's 23-3, it's 10-3 in a year that literally the SEC has never been stronger. This will ultimately, at the end of the year, because of the strength of conference, I would guess be the toughest schedule that the Florida Gator basketball team has ever played. So we're starting to tiptoe into some really, really high altitudes here. And I don't know where which AI machine you pump that question into, but if somebody wants to and give me Florida's basketball schedule strength for every year they've ever played, I'm going to guess that this year's schedule will end up being the toughest. Not necessarily by AP rankings, well, by the other analytics that they use, but already this year they've played number 10 Kentucky. That was a loss on the road, but scored 100. They beat the number 1 team in the country, Tennessee, by 30 points. Then they lost at number 8 Tennessee. They beat number 1 Auburn. They beat number 22 Mississippi State. They played teams that they played earlier in the year have ended up being even better than they looked at the time. Missouri, for one, who beat them in Gainesville by a point. But 23-3, 10-3 in the league, 5 games to go. Then the SEC tournament, and on Selection Sunday, I think we're going to be just seeing which region are the Gators going to be the number 1 seed in.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what it feels like. All right, let's come back on the other side. Keep you moving on a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday. Got a football fix and more.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Florida State hosting Miami at the Tucker Center in Tallahassee today. The Seminoles a 9.5-point favorite as Miami looks for its first road win in 8 tries. 152.5 the total. Oklahoma State a 1.5 home favorite with the UCF. South Florida a 1.5 dog at UT San Antonio. Last night, second-ranked Florida by 22 over Oklahoma. 85-63 at the O'Connell Center. Gators cover as 14.5-point home favorites. NASCAR, Atlanta Motor Speedway, and Better Health 400 this week. Ryan Blaney, the 8-1 favorite. Joey Logano, 9-1. Kyle Busch and Austin Cedric, both 11-1. $250 bonus, and you open up a G-Bank Visa signature card. Visa.com/GBank. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
A customer with an older home and galvanized piping called saying they had poor water pressure. It smelled bad and was discolored. So we at Duck Duck Rooter sent a highly skilled manager to discuss options. How repiping the water lines would solve the issues. The result? Clean flowing water. Call for your free estimate. 904-862-6769. Visit DuckDuckRooter.com. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jags. Serving commercial and residential, fully insured and certified plumbing contractor.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple years ago. When it's smooth as silk, Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. Was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Start your Sunday off with a cup of Joe and some sports medicine intel. This is Joe C. inviting you to join me and Dr. George Bari for Breaking Bones every Sunday morning at 7:30. And if you miss an episode, just look for Breaking Bones wherever you listen to podcasts.
3D Digital has you covered for any of your business's digital marketing needs. From producing award-winning videos to getting those digital ads to follow your customers around the internet, our team has your back. Visit 3ddigital.com or give us a call at 904-712-4004 to schedule a free consultation today. 904-712-4004.
This is Daytona, the awe-inspiring spectacle of Supercross, and the most challenging course to witness the air-catching, adrenaline-pumping, heart-pounding action unlike any other race in Florida. Daytona Supercross. The biggest names battle it out under the lights at the World Center of Racing. Don't miss it. The gate drops Saturday, March 1st. Secure your tickets and trackside access today at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. Clayton, you talk a lot about a diamond's cut grade. Why is a diamond graded for cut?
Frank, that's simple. We cut grade diamonds to show a measurement of beauty and light return to the person looking at the diamond so they can understand the value difference between a diamond cut for maximum beauty and one cut for maximum weight. Now, it gets a little more complicated when you find out that the American Gem Society Laboratory actually assigns performance grades and proportion grades using patented computer software and grades for polish and symmetry using a microscope. The end result of cut grading is a final grade that can go from a 0 or ideal to a 10, which is poor. Each of these grades are priced a little differently. That's why you can see a diamond with a fine color and clarity priced low, particularly on the internet, because a trained gemologist won't buy it for resale because of the poor cut. Unfortunately, these type deals aren't good deals. They're bad deals for the unknowing customer.
Underwoods in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
These days, it feels like everyone is talking about how the American dream of homeownership has become out of reach for so many of us. Well, Rocket is trying to give us more of a chance to own our homes. They're making homeownership simpler and more accessible to more people, turning renters into owners. Rocket believes that every one of us deserves a shot at the American dream. So, are you ready? Own the dream. Visit Rocket.com or call 800-4ROCKET.
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
Transform your bathroom with stunning shower glass from Sky Glass Solutions in Jacksonville Beach. For a free quote, call 904-608-5151 or visit skyglasssolutions.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
We block out the noise. Only sound is my voice. And now we focus on each other, knowing that there's no one else.
All right, we're back to Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday, and here's the answer for you, E. He asked me, how was I styling for the wedding on Saturday
I gotta
night?
know.
And maybe I can find a picture somewhere. Somebody took one somewhere, and I'll send it to you. But I was hot, E. I was hot. I got these powder blue kind of business casual kind of golfy, but nicer than golf pants, pants.
Okay.
White button down.
Okay.
And I got a black and white kind of checkered houndstooth jacket.
Okay.
Yeah. Black shoes, black belt, black Cas shoes, black belt.
Yeah, I got to see it, my dog.
Yeah, you'd have liked it. You'd have approved. To the point, and it was just so Real Housewives, I couldn't do it. I almost took a shot just to send it to you. I literally thought that sitting at we were at the head table.
Yeah, of course.
In the union of these two royal families, we're at the head table.
It's your people.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I would have appreciated that.
Getting
a random picture from Prost.
Yes.
I would have appreciated it.
I was going to send that, and then there was at one point where they were all out there. I was going to hold up a video and tell you I was at the whitest wedding in America. Because I thought you'd chuckle just like that. There was more diversity. But when I felt, here I got one for you. These kids, I say kids, they're like 27 maybe. They're between 25 and 30, this big group.
I even call those kids.
Yeah, okay, and it's a big group. It's a big party because they got cross family. You got to get brothers of the groom and the whole thing. So it's a big group. But there was a point in the party, deep into the reception, and there was a song playing, and the entire dance floor is singing every word.
Karaoke.
And I had never heard this song, and I had never felt older in my life. I'm assuming it was like, this Taylor Swift's the real deal with these young ladies now.
She the real deal, my boy.
I'm telling you. So I'm assuming maybe it was a Taylor Swift song. I don't know.
I don't know, because I would have been able to sing along with it in the Taylor Swift song either.
I mean, they were the entire room, and they go, they know there's another song they sing, and then there's a verse you add kind of deal.
Like the ad libs, they do all of that.
Yeah, never heard it. Beat. I told everyone, I said, this is the oldest I've ever felt in my life. Take a picture. Oh, I should have. I needed to take a picture, huh? Fire up the band. We got a football fix. Let's do this. The football fix brought to you by the home course, the Julington Creek Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly. The best value on golf. Julington Creek Golf Club. I was on ESPN. They had ideal fits for the NFL's 50 best free agents. So I thought I'd take a look and see if any were slotted to us. At the top, the names at the top of the list, right? It's T. Higgins. Darnold to a degree. A position that obviously the Jaguars wouldn't be tied to. Trey Smith, the guard, they've got him going to the Bears. But we can scroll all the way down the list, and I'll just give you the one fit that they say could be destined for Jacksonville as described, ideal fits. And it's corner, and it's hard to argue that. The 22nd best free agent, in fact, they say is Carlton Davis III, cornerback for the Lions. Best team fit Jags. They write the Jags defense allowed a league-high 257 passing yards per game. They want to address the secondary in the offseason. Davis, a veteran, man in zone coverage traits, willing tackler. Started 13 games last year and then went on IR with a broken jaw. In 7 years, 11 picks, 68 pass breakups, and can create some on-ball disruption opposite Tyson Campbell. It seems for sure, and we talked about this even briefly earlier this hour, that the cornerback position is going to be one of high priority this offseason. Right? Fair to say?
Absolutely.
We need to hit in some way. I also ruminated on this. I'm fine with rebuilding the receiver room outside of Brian Thomas Jr. I know that, in practicality, that's not always possible. I talked about that Jag class being fifth and the irony of, here's the GM, Trent Baalke, getting fired on the heels of that. Well, there's also the other part of running an organization, and that's you paid Gabe Davis more than Saquon Barkley got paid. Apples to apples. Hey, I know we got running backs, but gosh, I can get Saquon Barkley for the same amount of money I can get Gabe Davis, and I can get Gabe Davis in any round of any NFL draft. But corner for sure, and I think receiver needs to be addressed either through free agency or the draft, and that's not knowing what they're going to do with Christian Kirk. It sure seems like the smoke signals are they're going to go in another direction. I saw Godwin linked to the Jags. He's a free agent. You take that, E?
I'd take that.
Yeah, right. Opposite Brian Thomas Jr. Seems like Liam Cohen was pretty good with those kinds of options with Evans and Godwin, so we shall see. The Carolina Panthers re-signed Andy Dalton, who apparently is just going to play forever. Wasn't Dalton in Blake Bortles' draft class? Or was it even further? Do we go all the way back to no, he may be in, is it Gabbert's draft class maybe? He was in a draft class that we took a quarterback. It's probably Gabbert, yeah. Been around a lot longer than Blake, no? This is almost comical. You seen the story with Joe Mixon?
No, what did he do?
I'll remind you that Joe Mixon, and by the way, even if he said what they misattributed to him, the NFL needs to own it. Their officiating was bad. It was bad this postseason, and they brought a lot of conspiracy theory into it based on the incompetence of their bumbling officiating crews and replay officials. So, I hate it that players can't even reference the woeful officiating at times. But something happened after the Texans lost to the Chiefs, and I guess we're just grinding on the games and what's next, and we know we got the Bills and Chiefs coming, and this one kind of got under the radar. I can remember reporting that Mixon was getting fined, but now I find out that he got fined for something that he didn't even say. TJ Houshmandzadeh had tweeted out something, and the NFL somehow got word that it was Mixon who had said it, and really all he said after a loss to the Chiefs, which included some questionable calls, was, quote, everybody knows how it is playing up here. You can never leave it in the ref's hands. The whole world sees, man, what it is. When it comes down to it, you can never leave it in the ref's hands. It's all good, though. And listen, you can't get fined for that. TJ Houshmandzadeh agreed with Mixon and posted, why play the game if every 50-50 call goes with the Chiefs? These officials are trash and biased. Well, they attributed that part of it to Mixon as well when they fined him. Bottom line here, long story longer, the original $25,000 fine has been rescinded. The fact that the NFL at any point attributed that comment from another person to the player shows you how out of touch they were, if that is indeed how it went down. By the way, truth came out with the Pat Mahomes, John Rocker. Did you see that, E?
No, what happened?
Yeah, Mahomes admitted because it would be a probation violation if you were actually, fighting on the streets of New Orleans. He had to come clean that it was staged. And then we learned what you think Pat Mahomes is scheduled to make in this celebrity boxing match against John Rocker.
You got to be making some bread, man. His son is Patrick Mahomes.
What do you think?
I give him at least a couple mil.
$85,000, dude. Hey, Patrick. I mean, Pops, here's $100,000. Please go away.
Hey.
Come on, Pops, you're not going to be able to make it. We're all going to go to Aruba that week.
Yeah, right.
And here's $100,000 party gift. What are you doing? By the way, that is not a fair fight. One of those dudes is wiry and looks like he's been drinking beer for the last 40 years.
He wired up on Natty Light.
And the other's all ferocious and looks like he's been drinking beer for the last 40 years.
Mixed with Red Bull.
The Commanders have added John Madden's grandson to their coaching staff. Jesse Madden will serve as the Commanders' offensive quality control in his first NFL job. No word if he'll be taking buses to the games like his grandpa used to do. The Browns have cut Nyheim Hines. That's a kind of a journeyman running back who at times has found a role with different teams, but he missed 2 straight years with injury, and so they've run out of patience there. Cam Ward has a message for those NFL teams that bypass him on draft day. Quote, I'll remember. That's a pretty constant and familiar refrain. I mean, Mojo chose his number based on that fact, right? And
he
here,
did.
I don't know if there is any dots to be connected here, but one of the 5 finalists for the Jaguars GM job is out in Vegas as an assistant GM. He's recently interviewed, probably get a second one. He has, before the Raiders, 6 years with the Bears as their director of pro scouting. So whether or not those two things can be related, I don't know, but currently without employ. That's football, yes.
You got to be easy when you say whether or not around me. I almost thought we was getting freaky there.
It's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by Home Course, the Jointon Greek Golf Club. Hicken and Ravel more come your way next. This is The Drill. It's a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. 1010XL is your home for Jacksonville University basketball.
It's Jacksonville's biggest inner-city rivalry, JU-UNF in the River City Rumble. Tomorrow night at 8 on 1010 a.m.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hacker here, thinking I did something spectacular, dropping 123 pounds. But then Steve pops in and dropped a whopping 150 pounds with Awaken 180 weight loss.
I got started because I was sick and tired of just being sick and tired all the time. Wanted more from life, and I knew that at my size, I wasn't being who I could be, who I want to be for not only myself, but for my wife. And I was like, something has got to change, and it's got to start soon. I mean, the program is so easy. Everything is really written down for you on your first day. Having someone there to help you and also keep you accountable, just having that someone to talk to, and even the fact that Awaken 180 offers free maintenance for life is amazing because keeping the weight off is a lifetime commitment.
A lifetime commitment is what you'll receive with Awaken 180. 25 pounds like Dempsey, 40 pounds like Matt Hayes, or maybe it's over 100 pounds like Steve and me. Awaken 180 will get you there online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Get a healthy start in 2025. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to encourage you to get healthy and stay healthy this year. They have a dedicated team who are committed to providing quality care. The goal is to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Visit duval.floridahealth.gov to learn more about their health programs and services. That's duval.floridahealth.gov.
Get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Prize, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Don't miss the Players Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scotty Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
She's very comfortable talking sports and hanging out with the boys.
Mia O'Brien here, still providing the best multimedia sports coverage in Northeast Florida on 1010XL radio, video, and social channels.
All things Mia are driven by Arlington Toyota. the flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey folks, Hicken here for Zero Res, and if you still have a little bit of time for the hottest price of the year on carpet cleaning, maybe you had people over for the game or you're doing early spring cleaning, but in February, only $147 for 3 rooms, plus the 4th room is free. That's right, schedule now and you'll get 3 rooms for $147, and the 4th room is free. Yeah, the 4th room is on me. Hottest price of the year. Zero Res. Spell it forward, spell it backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
CEROREC. Zero Res.
Joe C for CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. They can transform your backyard with fire pits, pergolas, screen enclosures, and outdoor kitchens. And CSS handles the entire project from start to finish. You dream it, they build it. CSSOutdoor.com.
When the heat's on high or the chill is too much, who you gonna call? Cool Cats Heating and Cooling is locally owned and operated with a perfect touch. You'll keep your home just right, day or night. AC to heating, don't take a beating. Call the coolest cats in town. With a 5-star Google rating, they're your neighbors, ready to help. So get your paw of approval from Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town. CoolCatsJacks.com.
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campion Law.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Mia here. Since 1982, Closets by Design has specialized in creating dream spaces for every budget. My designer, Frances, made the process so easy. She came to my house and designed a beautiful walk-in closet that's already so incredibly functional for me and old Beau Valentine. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation at 1-800-293-3744 or visit closetsbydesign.com. And take advantage of extended savings this month. Get 40% off and another 15% off with 18-month special financing.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL, brought to you by Chad and Sandy Real Estate. The number 2 Florida men's basketball team are on a 5-game win streak after smoking Oklahoma by 22 last night. Walter Clayton Jr. led the way for 5 Gators in double-figure scoring, tossing in 18. Will Richard and Elijah Martin each pitched in 14, while Urban Klavzar hit a career-high 10. The Gators look to extend the hot streak when they return to the court Saturday at LSU. Catch play-by-play at 7 on 92.5 FM. The number 2 Florida baseball team remains undefeated after dominating JU by 6 last night. Brody Donay homered for the 4th straight game while scoring 3 runs. The Gators are back in action tonight against Florida A&M. First pitch is set for 6:30. I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. It's 43 degrees at 7 o'clock. Time and temperature brought to you by Bueller Aaron Plumbing.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Try this one.
8:45, waking up from the sun's up. Grab my favorite coffee.
Oh, you know it!
Late for school, girl a fool.
Oh!
Cause this week's gonna end soon.
Let's see here.
Boys get excited.
Oh, yes.
I love to hump.
I might as well get it out, make the admission now, but I've cheated on you with this 6 o'clock hour for a couple days.
Yeah.
She's a dirty girl.
Yeah.
I don't want her anymore.
Yeah, she'll run
you can have her back.
She'll run you ragged. You know, she's high maintenance.
Oh,
what she is.
Lord.
100%.
I don't like her.
She's demanding.
You know.
Don't like her one bit. She can go back to hanging out with Friday, and they can. I'm finished.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. Get out of here. Yeah, it was.
Sure.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world.
Brr. So anyway, good to be back at 7 o'clock. Yes.
Nice. You should be just
6 o'clockers are giddy for you to be back. Everybody's happy.
Wise,
Win-win.
wiser, and more rested. We got the
Feel
A game
good.
today.
Feel
Probably, John probably just gonna get swatted all over the place by you.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta be honest. I'm probably gonna mail it in today.
Are
Let
you?
you run with it.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah, you probably got a lot to say.
I was like that a couple of weeks ago. I pretty much said it all on the 6th.
Well, you got to
just
come
waiting
back.
on you to get here.
No.
That's kind of what I did. Let's get to 7, I said.
But yeah, everything's great. It's good to be back. We got a lot to do, a lot going on. We got to get Smart John today. Murph's under the weather, so I don't think he's going to make it in. But we
I'm
caught
sorry
up
to
with
hear
him
that.
last
I am too. That's kind of gone around.
Yeah, definitely going.
I caught it too. I was great the whole weekend. We left yesterday morning, and Monday night is when the drip started. That's where I am. It's the cold though. I don't have that real bad stuff a lot of people have had.
Gotcha.
Laid them up. Used to be like credited for coming to work sick, but now you kind of get sideways glances like you shouldn't be there.
Yeah,
that's changed in society a little bit.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe that was a COVID thing, probably. So,
maybe a little carryover, but we're safe.
Lots of stuff going on. Good night for the Gator basketball team. I watched a lot of the Gator baseball game. They're a really good team this year. They might be better. They are better than last year. Last year they made that late rally anyway. They were.
That's kind of contrary to the preseason narrative, isn't it?
Yeah. As far as what?
Well, weren't there some concern that this team wasn't going to be as good?
I don't know. I just think that the SEC is very loaded again. And baseball's a lot like basketball, so it will be interesting how it plays out. But they have
in baseball, the conference has been that way for a while.
What they have this year that I don't think they've had didn't have last year. And again, last year they underperformed 80% of the year, and then they got hot at the right time, carried it all the way to the College World Series semifinals. So it was a fun season, but a rewarding season. And they don't have Caglione, but this Brody Donay kid's going to hit 30 home runs for him this year. He's a big bopper, and but they have depth. They have a lot of depth. They have guys. You know, Ty Evans is a longtime starter. He's banged up right now. He's out. There's a couple guys who are a little bit banged up, not playing. Sully's figured out the transfer portal a little bit. I got to see Aiden King pitch last night, local kid, so that was fun. He pitched for the Gators through an inning. And JU will be okay. JU didn't field the ball very well last night at times, so that they'll work on that and fix those things. Chris Hayes will get them going. They had a tough schedule to start. They had ranked West Virginia, ranked Florida. It's one of those type deals, which is good for them. That's who you want to play. See how you stack up early. So they're off and running as well. I think UNF won its baseball game yesterday as well. So, I dig it. I dig the college baseball world. I enjoy it, and so I'm
assuming we got the Florida State in town again. That's kind of become an annual thing.
I would assume so.
I haven't heard anything about it this year.
I don't know.
Maybe not. Right?
Yeah, no, I think we do, but I haven't. Maybe it's just assumed so much. So it's usually.
It's in March,
third week of March. Yeah. But the Gator basketball team is going big. But with all this going on, I decided with our Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day, our Dreamfinders Home, the official home builder of the Jaguars, the Gators, and the PGA Tour. Right now, you can lock into a fixed 4.99% fixed interest rate. Lock that down. 15 locations to serve you. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for all your information, especially first-time homeowners. It's a great opportunity there. Take advantage of it. Just tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you. But I like to do these every now and then. So this is for Gator fans, but you can play along really with your own program if you'd like and just apply it. But here's the deal. You get one of these things this year, one of these things in 2025. You get a Natty in hoops. You get to make the college football playoff. You get national championship in baseball and softball. Or DJ wins the Heisman.
I mean, how do you? I mean, this would tie you in knots. You'd never be able to answer.
Oh, it would tie me in knots. No, actually, I would be in the minority. But
okay.
Natty and hoops make a football playoff.
Sure.
National championship in baseball and softball, or DJ wins a Heisman.
That one is super easy for me.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
You'll take hoops.
I'll take the hoops, Natty.
Yeah.
But it would,
if you had a favorite college team, would you want a
March 25th, Florida State, the baseball
good.
grounds.
If you had a favorite college that you truly followed and had a passion for, and I know this is hard for you because you don't, unless you're going to pull for Brooksy's Manta Rays, shout out. Would you want a natty in hoops, just make the football playoff, a national championship in both baseball and softball, or your quarterback to win the Heisman?
You know what?
What's that?
I'm going to go with quarterback to win the Heisman.
Okay.
That would be last for me.
My quarterback is the local kid.
Okay.
Carson Beck.
Okay. All right. That's nice of you.
I'd like that.
That's nice of you. I would take, believe it or not, the national championship in baseball and softball.
Of course. I would have guessed that.
And I would enjoy that. But
I'm guessing basketball beat football, and the other two didn't get a ton.
Currently, 49.8 want the natty in hoops.
Yeah.
31.8 want to make the football playoff.
Yeah.
10% want DJ to win the Heisman. Only 8.4% want the baseball, softball double dip.
The individual award doesn't do it for me as a fan. I'd be happy for him.
Well, good things are happening.
Well, that's
so you
true,
can assume
too.
that. But
That's true. It's almost as if that and the playoff are probably the same answer.
in a way, yeah. So it's probably a little bit more split down the middle, but it's always been, and you always have fun with this, like, would you take a win over Georgia versus, things like that. So those are always fun to look at, but the basketball team is certainly capable of winning a national championship. I said this to E the other day as we do our sheets of integrity. There's always the conundrum. It's an unwritten rule with your alma mater. You carry them a little bit farther than you would normally carry a team, and I've gone ahead and made the proclamation. I told E, and I'll tell you, I got them winning it all.
Sure.
So
if you can't this year, when would you?
Right.
After a 10th win this year by 20-plus points, I think the only question left for Florida is which number one seed will they be? I mean, I don't even think are they going to be. And the reason I say that is because I think they'll win 4 of their last 5 or whatever. They beat the heck out of everyone.
Well,
they do it shorthanded. They do it with various styles. There's one guy. I mean, they're.
We've had 5 straight games of making 10 threes or more, which if they do that, they're going to be hard to beat. Florida has had 5 players scoring double figures for 4 straight games. The Gators haven't done that dating back to 1996.
No, all believable.
UF has done so 3 straight games, 6 other times since, twice last season, and only 4 times between 98 and 05. Our good friend Patrick Young tweeted this last night. Having a debate with my brother Scotty Wilbekin. Scotty Wilbekin was at the game last night. This Florida team is very skilled and has played a tougher schedule than my 2014 team. I think our defense could hold them to 60. I'm not sure we could handle their depth. I don't know if they could hold them to 60. That would be something to see, though.
Yeah, this team feels better than that one to me. I mean, this team now, I think the one thing this team has done here in these last 2 weeks, they've eliminated any question of how they're really good. They're the Final Four is the goal. They're Final Four good. That's where they should go if they play to that. But at that tournament, I saw one projection where Florida was a 1 seed and the 8-9 game included UConn. Like that, you don't want to run into UConn round 2.
No, that would stink. But that's fine. I mean, it is what it is. It's not UConn.
Yeah.
So
they got that, but look, they've got some of those things in place that we always talk about being important.
They have a lot of them.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
A lot of them. Couple NBAers.
They make threes. Well, it's just on the court. Here's the beauty of Florida basketball. They make threes, and when they don't, they rebound.
Yeah.
And swat it back.
I'm going to stand by what the Achilles heel is, and if it comes down to it, it's what will kill them. It's going to be free throw shooting. They are not a good free throw shooting team.
Well, I just don't feel that as much. But if you lose a game, the chances are you're not going to. Yeah,
fair.
Yeah.
But to have those 3 guys in the backcourt.
When I watch them, I just don't feel like they're. I felt like much worse. I've watched much worse Florida basketball teams shoot from the charity stripe.
Well,
in the past,
I guess I'm probably now. In fairness, they've only lost 3 games, and those 3 stand out, and so that makes me think, okay, if you lose, and the Tennessee was a blowout.
Didn't we look it up? Weren't they like 11th or something in the conference? They weren't very good. So
no, they were 250th in the country in free throw shooting.
Were they?
Yes.
Okay, well there you go.
Yeah, and I think they have. I think they have gotten better than that. I'll look it up right now.
Yeah,
they've gotten better since, and they had. To your point, they've been. But again, this is their hottest stretch. They're beating great teams. But I'll tell you where they rank. It was remember we looked it up. It was 2-something.
That's what I got their SEC rank.
Which is it still 11th?
11th, yeah.
See, that's
but it's 71%, 72, 71.8. So yeah, the best free throw shooting team is Oklahoma. So there you go.
For what
Oh,
it's
yeah,
worth.
we did look that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. I'll yeah.
I believe you.
And when you don't have a whole lot of, now there's also this.
Alabama's worse than them.
You don't have a whole lot of weaknesses. So, that's part of the equation. Let's see. I'm going down there.
Here's what I want for Florida basketball, by the way, going forward, because obviously you want them to win a natty, but that aside, you need a lot of good things to happen to do that. I want them to want to get one of these three things. Either A, attain number one status at some point in the season. They're close. I need Auburn to lose and them to win, and they'll pop right up there.
Yeah.
That's all I need. So I want them either A, to attain number one status, B, win the SEC regular season, which I think they can. Alabama plays ranked. Their last 5 games are all against ranked SEC opponents. I think Alabama, even if Alabama beats Florida, will fall behind Florida, but Auburn may not. Or C, win the SEC conference tournament. Those things mean stuff to me still as a fan. So I would like them to. This team has been too good to not achieve one of those.
Well, and I will say this: don't fall into this, good loss. Those Gator teams that dominated the 05, the 04s that won back-to-back, didn't they win the conference tournament both years? I know they did one year.
Yes.
There's something to be said of winning that. Doesn't mean you're running out of wins. Win them all. Be
the
good
conference
teams.
tournament this year, I think you get the double bye, the top 4, so they'll get a double bye. But then they're going to look up and they're going to have like Tennessee first.
Or somebody like that.
And it's not going to, in all likelihood, unless barring an upset. So there's no real, okay, take an easy one, then a tough one in the semis and a tough one in the championship game. It doesn't really work like that.
Gators are up to 190th nationally. Okay. They hit 71. But in fairness, they shoot 71.8. And if you go up to, go 5% up and you're in the top 50. But 5% is a miss with 18 seconds to go. So,
all right, well, we got a lot to do today. We got trivia coming up next, so that's always fun. GSJ will be along, and we'll batter him around a bit.
Sure. Slap him in that bald head like the old Benny Hill show.
Yeah, we're just getting started right here on Hump Day.
It's a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday.
Woo!
This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
You want to know why sometimes I'm Danny Downer when it comes to talking about our football team? Why I'm a negative Nelly? I just saw this the other day. The last decade in the National Football League, the worst team in the AFC, the worst team, the Jacksonville Jaguars, with a record of 55-109. That's a 33% winning percentage. That's in the last 10 years. 55-109. That's 5 wins a year. Yeah, that's worse than the Jets, worse than the Browns, and worse than the Raiders. I mean, so that's why you question everything, and you should at this point. But hopefully, things will begin to turn around with this new regime. And that's your Duval Minute. It's brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Lift Power are always on the lookout for experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area. The Bennies are incredible. 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Man, what an offer. Come see why Lift Power is voted one of the best places to work year in and year out. Rapidly growing, 50-plus years, great local ownership in the Hunes, proudly serving the Jacksonville area. You can be part of the family. All you have to do is go to liftpower.com to check out the opportunities. That's liftpower.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Getting you ready every day.
You ready, champ? I'm ready for this my whole life.
Get ready.
This is the most important game of your life. No excuses. Do the work.
With 1010XL.
Time to rock for the doc. Hicken here for my friend Dr. Rick Townsend. Imagine having a doctor available for you any day, anytime. Doc T is in concierge medicine now, which means he's available. He's available to you to help you right away. If you're not feeling good, go see Doc T. Go see him right away. A medical emergency, here's Doc T's phone number. He'll call you right back. It's like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. He's the best doctor I know. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest. Yearly physicals, office or virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, hospital follow-ups. He does it all. If you have questions about what concierge medicine is all about, check them out at mypvconcierge.com. mypvconcierge.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hi, I'm Karen, owner of Clay Solar Installation Partners, your local women-owned solar company. At Clay Solar, we're more than just panels and power. We're about people. We make the switch to clean energy simple, stress-free, and built to last. If you've had a bad experience with solar in the past, we can help. We specialize in dependable solutions and top-notch customer service, so you can finally enjoy the savings and sustainability you deserve. Schedule your free consultation at claysolar.com.
Hi, I'm Malcolm Anthony. Have you been charged with a crime? You don't have to face it alone. I'm here for you. Stay out of trouble, but if you don't, call me. 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW in the 904.
Discover the difference that local expertise makes at First Coast Lighting and Fans. Visit their showroom at the Avenues and browse high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness at First Coast Lighting and Fans.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees, about $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
1010XL celebrates African Americans who positively impacted the First Coast. I'm RJ Saunders, and I'll share Black History Month stories with you throughout February. Black History Month on 1010XL is brought to you by Instant Keys and McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center.
Looking for a unique way to boost your team's spirit or raise funds for an organization? How about a thrilling, action-packed game of poker at Best Bet? Experience the thrill of poker while enhancing teamwork and communication skills. Whether you're a novice or a pro, our expert dealers will guide you through every hand. Enjoy delicious food, refreshing drinks, and a lively atmosphere, all at Best Bet. It's the perfect blend of fun and games. Book your team building or charity event today. Visit bestbetjax.com. That's bestbetjax.com.
Baloo here for Spunez Vision. Why Spunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Spunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Spunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Spunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SpunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, what's the matter?
I don't know about this air conditioner, Jason.
You know, my job is actually to...
I mean, 1 minute it's working, and the next minute it's not working. And every time I leave the house, I don't know if I'm coming back to a nice, cool oasis or a steaming cesspool of sweaty garbage fumes and dog farts, and then I'll never get to sleep. And I'll be too late to call someone. And what if I've got a big meeting the next morning and I haven't slept a wink?
Okay, dude. Stay cool. Or at least stay cooler.
But
Bueller Air and Plumbing can figure out why your AC only works sometimes and not all the time. We fix that kind of stuff every day.
You mean you can...
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend all your time worrying about an air conditioner that can totally be fixed, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Tax season is here, and your refund can go further at Big Chief Tire. Frank Frangie here. Put the extra cash to work by investing in your vehicle, whether it's overdue maintenance, brake repairs, or new tires. Their skilled technicians will help you get the most out of every dollar. With 5 Jacksonville locations, fair prices, and trusted service, Big Chief Tire has everything you need to hit the road with confidence. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Get Smart John is polished up by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Da-da-da. You know him, you love him. He's bald, he's beautiful. Some say he's savage. He's Get Smart John. He joins us now, TriviaNation.com's own. Fresh off Super Bowl trivia, fresh off being the best. Voted annually as the best trivia talk show host in all of Jacksonville, FLA. Johnny!
Oh, good morning. Good morning, Googans. Thank you for the kind words.
Yes, always.
By the way, I hear you, especially Jeff, talking about slapping my bald head. The thing is, when you do that, you'll smell your hand and like, hey, smell this. It's Get Smart John. It smells so good.
That's true. If you slap John on the head, you have to go wash your hands.
Yeah, the scent.
The scent. And
don't go on a safari right after you do it.
You really can't wash it off, quite honestly.
Yeah.
If you went on a safari, the lion would come up and sniff you, though.
Yeah, for sure. Might cuddle you.
Before he
depending on what
eats
he was
you.
wearing. Careful, this is Sauvage.
That's right. This isn't the cheap stuff.
Are we still on the Sauvage, or have we changed?
Actually, I use Sauvage more for special occasions.
What do you dip yourself in just to go to the gym?
Honestly, a few sprays of famous for the 80s.
Yeah.
Obsession.
Yes. You may want to, you said quote, a few sprays. You may want to take that down a notch.
Okay, very quickly. Again, TMI, smart guy. And the reason I do that is because I do cardio pretty heavy.
Yeah.
And I'm a real big sweater. So I don't want, I'm thinking of my other.
You don't want to smell. You don't want to stink. You've got some body odor.
To that end, I'll just say this quickly. We are in a terrible era right now of commercials and hygiene. I can't take another, I'm going to put this deodorant all over my sweaty folds, all over my body. This full body stuff has gone way out of control.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Take a
Is that
shot.
where they show the lady who had, quote, invented it?
Sure. And then now it's ladies and guys. You know what that's called, gang? It's called a shower. And then throw something under your arms and let's go.
Here we go. Just like trivia. Let's go.
Okay, let's see. And my memory is kind of shot, so help me if these are repeats, okay? Usually I can remember pretty well, but okay. Resorts.
Resorts?
Yes.
Yeah, ready.
What alliterative South Carolina resort island is named for English sea captain William, not for a hotel chain, as one might assume?
Hilton Head.
Yes. Okay, I think we're good. So those don't sound familiar.
No,
that was not.
Because when I use the night shows, sometimes they kind of run in. I can't remember what I asked last night versus, okay, good deal. Courtrooms.
Courtrooms?
Yes.
Okay.
In a courtroom, who maintains order, handles the evidence, administers oaths, and guards the judge and jurors?
Bailiff?
The bailiff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You jumped in pretty quick on that one.
What you trying to say?
Nothing.
Oh, I was just asking.
We said it with a question kind of at the end of the tone.
I was watching.
He came with emphasis.
Exclamation point? Oh, okay.
I was watching Judge Judy yesterday.
Oh, she don't play.
And dude had 2 giant tats under his eyes. I was like, he's dead. He gone. He gone.
Yeah.
I almost took a picture.
Yeah.
Sent it to you. I said, this guy's gone. Guilty. Next.
And did you confirm that Post Malone has never been in jail?
We think Posty has broken the hypothesis, yes.
Okay. My daughter actually dressed up like him for Halloween a couple of years ago.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
She faced hat up?
She sure did.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But hers came off. Recent events.
Recent events. Somewhat current. Yep.
Pretty much, yes. On January 20th, which country music star performed a stirring rendition of America the Beautiful despite audio difficulties on Inauguration Day?
Carrie.
That's correct.
Underwood.
Yes.
I'll just do it, she said.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't need the music.
Wasn't she a American Idol winner?
Darn right she was. I don't know if she was a winner, but she was definitely.
Or she was. Okay. Yeah.
I think she was a winner.
She may have been. I think the one who was not the winner was Jennifer Hudson.
Correct.
Which is always a bad look by the judges when they miss on the in America. When
And
they
by
miss
the
on
way, yeah,
Gary Underwood would be the biggest star that the show produced. It's not even close, right?
Yeah, Kelly Clarkson.
Clarkson was a star, and
Clarkson,
she's
and she has her own talk show now.
Yeah,
so
but I'd still say Carrie Underwood's a bigger star than her, I would think.
Right.
Is Fantasia on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was, yeah.
Fantasia Barrino.
Yeah, but speaking of Jennifer Hudson, she has an EGOT.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's her then.
Yeah.
In fact,
Yeah.
it is, at least by accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's like the most well-known would be. Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know. It's either. It would be Hudson. Well, Hudson didn't win though.
I know.
So it's just
It's just alums.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the non-winners who.
So that makes it even bigger miss by the judges.
Yeah, it really does, doesn't it? Okay. Music.
And sometimes they go into different disciplines. Like one went country and made a hit. There's a current Christian contemporary guy that was on. Who's Goki? Danny Goki. Yeah.
Danny Goki, and then oh gosh, the country guy.
Yeah, the one guy went country and he went pretty big for
Yeah.
a while. I haven't heard him in a while, I don't think.
No, he
Anyway.
had a good song.
Yeah.
Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
Yeah. The Catman, the Star Child, the Demon, and the Spaceman are all stage personas of the members of which rock band formed in the 1970s?
Kiss.
Yes.
Clay Aiken is the guy we're thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Movies. What 2007 film stars Will Smith as U.S. Army virologist Robert Neville, a man working on a cure for a virus that has wiped out most of mankind and turned others into mutants?
Is that Bleep You Chaka movie?
He's Will Smith, not Will Ferrell.
Oh, Will Ferrell. That's Legend. Or
the whole.
It's Will.
I Am Legend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you said Will Ferrell.
Yeah. By the way, the Will Ferrell Reese Witherspoon movie is a good old typical Ferrell watchable movie. You'd like it.
By the way,
wedding planning one.
Yeah, they got good chemistry. I mean, it's not going to win the Oscar. Don't get me wrong, but as Ferrell movies go, it's a good one.
I didn't like I Am Legend only because of this. He had to choke his dog out.
Yeah.
I didn't like that scene.
I'm with you.
That's not necessary.
It was a good movie, but I didn't need that.
Oh, dog turned on him or something?
No, he got the disease, so he had to go. He was gonna turn on him.
It was
the
either
German Shepherd.
Yeah, it was his boy.
It was either him or the dog, man.
That's all we had left. Him and the dog. I mean, you can't choke out the dog. Save the dog.
What?
That gummit will.
Daughtry is another. Chris Daughtry was another country hit.
That's right. Speaking of baldies.
Yes. Man after your own head.
That's right. Oh, by the way, real quick, talking about there was a really powerful Netflix documentary, The True Story, and they interviewed the Army Rangers, Black Hawk Down. Check it out. It's good.
Okay, I've seen that on the front page.
Yeah, it's brand new, so it's a 3-parter, but it's good, man. These guys were wow. Proud Americans for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You know what? Because we got all sidetracked with the Super Bowl questions last week, so I forgot to do the audio clue.
Yeah. Ticked me off.
Well,
I didn't want to say anything, but now that you brought it up.
We talked about it the rest of the
after
day.
you hung up, I said, that idiot didn't do the audio clue.
So it was a timely kind of thing at the time.
Yes.
Okay, so E, if you'd do the honors, please.
Jump back your bow. This is Animal House.
Straight to my lover's heart for me. Cupid, please hear my cry.
Okay, obviously it was supposed to be for Valentine's Day last week. So your question, who is singing?
Oh, boy. I think I know this.
That's good, because I have no idea.
This is a 60s song, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Ah.
Is it the...
It's,
is this... Okay, now, I don't know anything, so I'm probably going to get this name wrong, but I might be in the...
Okay.
Was there something called the Vandrells?
Yes, but...
That's not them?
It's not the... It's one guy.
Okay.
Right, John? It's one guy, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, it's...
So it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I don't know. I have no idea.
All right. Give me the initials. I think I know it, but I don't...
Go ahead, take a guess.
No, I don't have a guess. I need the initials.
Okay. S.C.
Sam Cooke.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, never heard of him. Never felt younger.
You've never heard of him, Jeff?
No. Earlier, there was a song that was playing at the wedding, and the whole building singing, and I told somebody I've never felt older. I've never heard the song in my life. So now I've never felt younger.
I'm back. I am back. Movies.
Within 1 year, what year was When Harry Met Sally, starring Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal, released in theaters? And a bonus if you get it exactly right.
You think it's early 80s?
It's I would say early to mid 80s. I'm trying to. I don't think I don't, but I don't know, man. Harry Met Sally's not the kind of movie I would go. I think it's mid.
I think it's high school. I think it's later than that, right?
Yeah, I don't think I was not in high school when that came. That's probably like 87, isn't it? 86.
Yeah, I like that. I think it's a little bit further.
Yeah, then 80.
I shouldn't have said early 80s because that might have thrown us. It's
87,
it's not
88,
90s, right?
It's not 90s.
Okay, so 88.
Yeah, let's go 88.
88.
89. Very good.
They have a new commercial out for mayonnaise. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Yeah.
That didn't register with me.
Yeah. Well, you hadn't seen much of Meg Ryan, have you?
No.
Is she the one that messed her up, did all the...
She got some facial.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not a good look.
Yes, she did.
She was a sweet, cute, innocent.
Yeah.
She was.
You don't need that.
You're right. I agree.
I need
World
Daisy Duck.
Capital.
I'll watch Looney Tunes.
Oh, dear.
World capitals.
Oh, world capitals. Belarus. I would like to go.
Blue question.
Belarus.
Tirana. Tirana. Tirana is the capital city of which European nation?
Tirana.
Saurus Rex.
Canada. Tirana, Canada.
Tirana and you're telling me this is in Europe?
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be one of the new Eniazaki is one of those. It's got to be Baltic Tirana, huh? Or it's what's the capital of your favorite country there? Luxembourg.
Oh, yeah. Luxembourg doesn't have a capital. It's so small.
Luxembourg City.
Yes.
Is Luxembourg.
Yes.
Tirana. Oh, that also sounds like it could be down there Mediterranean-ish.
Yeah.
Tirana, man, that's a good one. Let's go. We're gonna go Tirana, Slovenia. You're darn right we are.
Okay.
I'll tell you this much. It's a country that has not changed its name. It's been this all the time.
Okay.
It never did change.
All right, then Albania. It's Tirana, Albania.
Yes, Albania.
That is correct.
Blue question. I just needed a context clue. That's all I needed.
Wow.
You're darn right. Yeah.
You gotta like it, right?
Shout out to my the woman that cuts my hair is Albanian.
Okay.
For her. Of course, I've never referenced Tirana, but now I can. I've learned something.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
I kind of felt like that was
Shoot your shot, kid.
I think that was kind of a Who Flung Poo by IP Daily.
100%. Oh yeah. No, I'm not. Yeah. No. Trust me. I was in the right neighborhood, and then he eliminated. It's always been the same name, and so there we go.
Very good.
Oh, that's good.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Alcohol.
Okay.
A kamikaze shot is made with triple sec, lime juice, and which alcohol?
Any. You can put any in there and call it a kamikaze.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what a kamikaze is.
Yeah, me too.
That's like an old school. I haven't had a kamikaze since like college, dude. Is that like a
rum or vodka?
It feels like it's. What are the other ingredients? Did you say?
Triple sec, lime juice.
Yeah.
And
So
which other alcohol?
Probably be more of a less tasting, so maybe more vodka.
Yeah. I'd say.
I don't know.
It's vodka, rum, or
I have
whiskey.
no idea.
Let's go vodka.
Yeah, let's go vodka.
Yeah. Very good. Okay, now this is a good question.
All right.
Okay.
I like
All
good
right.
questions.
Yes. And you'll learn like, And if you get it, I'll be really impressed.
Okay, wonderful.
U.S. history.
Yes, I'm good at that.
To date, who is the only person to be elected governor of 2 different states?
Ooh, governor of 2 different states. Who's
It's-
bounced
is
around?
it- I think it's Mitt Romney.
Utah and what?
Massachusetts.
Oh, is he was that governor?
I'm going Mitt Romney.
Okay, good.
Actually, Mitt Romney's father was governor of Massachusetts.
All right.
So that's all right. I mean, I know you really haven't got, but just think, you got to go further back, and you've definitely heard him. He's very well known in, think Southwest.
It's like a Texas and
Yeah, who's a
big boy in
Oh,
Texas?
you know, probably back in the way back days when you're just like
a cowboy guy.
Yeah,
Davy
like,
Crockett.
No, no. What's the
Not LBJ.
Nah, I think it's before. I would say it's like as they're settling these places. Like I'm the governor of Kentucky, now I'm the governor of Oklahoma.
So one of the like a Davy Crockett, but a politician.
Yeah, correct. Like who's the old Texas politician? Who is it? Samuel. Well, who is it? Clements?
They named a city after him too.
Austin?
Houston.
Sam Houston.
Sam Houston. Yes, he was governor of Texas and Tennessee.
Wow.
But isn't that a good question?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd never.
It'd be better if we knew the answer.
Yeah.
Well,
Where are you, Charlton K. Gainey, when we need you? Phone a friend.
do you think he would have known that?
Oh yeah, he's
I
a
don't know.
very very intelligent man,
Well, yes.
and he's Houston's own now. I mean, let's be honest.
Okay. TV. Airing from 1997 to 2003. Which prison drama was set at the fictional Oswald State Correctional Facility?
Must be Oz, right?
It's Oz, yeah, for sure.
That's correct.
Yeah. I didn't watch that one. believe
It's
it or not.
I didn't either.
That was like that was really one of the first. If that would have been presented in like today's streaming form, that would have been one of the early bingers. I bet. That's way back, man. That's like early '90s when that was going, isn't it? Mid '90s.
Well, 97 to 2003.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, we figured 2003 is 22 years ago.
There's a lot of stars in that show. Kind of springboarded guys.
You're right. Okay, I'm going to give you another music.
All right. No!
But I don't want E to answer. I want to see if Dan and Jeff,
I'm going to go. I got an answer. Bone Crusher. E?
Come on, bro.
No?
No.
Okay. And hopefully I won't.
I know this.
mispronounce,
I know
but-
this. I know DeMar DeRozan's got a problem with, or Drake's got a problem with DeMar DeRozan.
Yes, you do.
How'd that happen?
Yeah.
I'll explain later.
We'll talk about it later.
All right.
Definitely
Okay.
a culture question, but I have the answer.
I don't understand that. I mean, DeMar gave his heart and soul to Canada.
Right.
It's not his fault.
What is the better-known stage name of the rapper born Belcalis Marlinus Almanzar in 1992?
I couldn't help them if they even wanted.
Could that be Pitbull?
Now, E, do you know this?
Could that be Pitbull?
92, though, was
Oh,
Pitbull.
Yeah, no, he's probably older.
Isn't that
than
more
32.
like Too Legit to Quit?
MC Hammer?
No, that would.
No, he was 91.
Mel Mahler's. Oh, how about LL Cool J guy?
No.
He's older than that, too.
Okay.
We're looking for a 32-year-old.
Are we looking for his stage name or his real name? Or that is his real name, Balmaris Kalivas?
Stage, that is the real name, yeah.
So it's not LL Cool J?
Yeah, we're looking for a state. No, because he was born. You said 1992?
Correct.
Yeah, so this guy's only 32 years old.
Oh, this guy was born in 92?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
19. So he's 33 years
12.
old.
Do you know
Do
who
you
it
know
is, E?
No.
Oh.
Let me say that Belcalis Marlinus, Marlenis, and Almanzar, Almanzar.
BMA, Belcalis,
And
Marlinus.
first name Belcalis.
C. Is there a C? Give me a C. E. Who's a rapper? 32-year-old rapper with a C in it.
Yeah.
C.
We're grinding to a halt here.
All right, we don't know. Who is it?
You're right with the C, though.
Yeah.
Cardi B.
Oh,
good for her.
I was thinking dudes. That's what hurt me.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to say anything.
You don't care what her name is.
I don't. She has a sister named Hennessy.
All right, we got
history.
time. We got time for
Okay.
one more. Yeah.
Okay. This is a thinking one, too. Okay. World history, actually.
Okay.
The Zimmerman telegram
Mm-hmm.
proposed a military allegiance between Germany and Mexico, helping to generate U.S. support for entering which war?
2, right? Or 1?
One more time.
The Zimmerman telegram proposed a military allegiance between Germany and Mexico,
would it be
helping
2
to
because-
generate U.S. support for entering which war?
It's got to be 1.
Yeah, because we were World
Right?
War One.
I would say 1.
The Great War, the war to end all wars, World War I. Very good.
Yes.
Okay.
We got time for 2 more, John.
We do?
Do you?
Oh, did you already tell them we're done?
I think we're done.
Okay, we're done. We're going to end on that
Yeah,
note.
we gotta run.
Mic drop.
Oh,
World War
all
One.
right,
The
guys.
big
Yeah,
one.
it's a good
Thank you,
one, Dan.
Johnny.
Thank you,
We'll see.
Johnny.
Smell you later, my
care.
friend. That'll do it for Get Smart, John. Come back with the 10-minute drill, some sports headlines, and more. You're listening to The Drill. It's a Beatrice Plumbing Wednesday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Big moment.
Play-by-play is full of plot twists.
Did that just happen?
And high-octane drama.
And this game is tied.
Experience the most play-by-play sports on 1010XL.
Couldn't be any happier to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, I'm telling you guys, ladies, that's how you'll be treated when you head to that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard. Justin Moore on down. Great folks, smiling, happy, just there to do their very best for you. No pressure. And, I got my boy Blue Silverado, but if you want a truck like me or a car, an SUV, or a pre-owned or an electric, George Moore Chevrolet's got them all. And don't worry if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard. Or maybe before you go to Atlantic Boulevard, you go to mooreschevy.com. So easy to navigate, and you can check out all the vehicles. You also got sales, service, and parts information. It's never been more easy to use. It's George Moore Chevrolet, gang, and together, let's drive.
This is Daytona, the awe-inspiring spectacle of Supercross, and the most challenging course to witness the air-catching, adrenaline-pumping, heart-pounding action unlike any other race in Florida. Daytona Supercross. The biggest names battle it out under the lights at the World Center of Racing. Don't miss it. The gate drops Saturday, March 1st. Secure your tickets and trackside access today at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right, Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boatsiers experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Don't miss the Players Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scotty Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beachurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beachurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beachurst Plumbing, here to help.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, congratulating our Scholar Athlete of the Week,
Henry Cosper, senior basketball player at Wolfson High. Henry is a member of the National Honor Society and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Congratulations, Henry.
Do you have clicking, popping, swelling, or pain in your knee or shoulder? This can be due to arthritic changes in your joints. Over time, you have wear and tear of your cartilage. I am Dr. George Bari, and here at Bari Orthopedics, we have numerous ways to treat your arthritis, such as regenerative medicine, including PRP and joint replacements with CT guidance for accuracy down to the millimeter. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, call us for an appointment today, or log on to bariorthopedics.com.
Find out more at bariorthopedics.com. That's BAHRI orthopedics.com.
It's ET here, and did you know that slow-speed accidents can still cause serious injuries? Ignoring minor pain today can mean big problems tomorrow. Don't wait. Call my guys at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center, the auto accident experts.
This is Hayes Carlion for First Florida Credit Union. Come join me in Helmets and Heels as we celebrate First Florida Credit Union's new Roosevelt location. Helmets and Heels will be broadcasting live from 6319 Roosevelt Boulevard from 12 to 2 p.m. this Thursday. Come learn about the many ways First Florida Credit Union is enriching people. There will be refreshments and cool giveaways. Come see Helmets and Heels this Thursday live from 12 to 2 p.m. at First Florida Credit Union's Roosevelt location. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Pacifico is brewed for those who let go of the things that don't matter and hold on to the ones that do. That's living life. Anchors up.
Pacifico, found in Baja, imported by surfers. Ask for a Pacifico when you're ready to live life anchors up.
Pacifico is a crisp golden lager, brewed for those who know. It's what's behind a label that matters.
I-9 Sports invites parents on the First Coast to log on and check out what they can offer with sports year-round. Spring and summer registration open right now, and with ages 3 to 7, there's something for everyone. i9sports.com, enter 1010 in the promo code, and get your kid in the game.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hit it.
All right, we got sports concepts and rationalizations. At the end of the drill, we like to hand out a prize pack. This is at the end of the drill. E, what are you handing out today, sir?
Oh, boy, I got a Firehouse Subs swag basket, including lunch for two, some Firehouse Subs, and a travel tumbler, and much more. This is all part of the 1010XL prize pack that I got for you today. Holla at me at 904-641-1010 at the end of the 10-minute drill.
I was looking the other day at transfer portal rankings in college football, and one of the teams stood out. It was all SEC teams, and then I see, like, Texas Tech. And I'm like, where'd Texas Tech come from? What? Mm-hmm. And then I saw on social media, like, yesterday, and I made a note of it because I was like, now I know where they came from. Texas Tech NIL Collective founder Cody Campbell sold his oil and natural gas company Double Eagle for $4.1 billion. The Red Raiders recently locked down the number one portal class.
Well, it's funny. I was in a Texas Tech household this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Big. The wife's my buddy's wife's a Tech grad. Both their kids are Tech grads. Their whole family, the whole extended family. So, and they're into the basketball now, obviously. But we were at just a brief conversation about Texas Tech football, and it's never been a more gettable time. Like, so if you're like, right, that Big 12 got won by Arizona State, man.
Right.
It's not a good league.
Right.
It's very winnable. So if you are someone like Texas Tech, you
watch out for them next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting because we're going to.
Did you see this new deal, this bully move that the Big Ten and SEC are going to pull off?
Yeah.
And by the way, that's how it should be.
Well, it's how it's going to be.
By demanding 4 apiece. That's the start.
In the playoffs.
Yeah, 4 minimum.
Yeah. And they're going to expand the playoff to 14 or 16. Yeah. Maybe right to 16. Who knows? But anyway, this revenue sharing, all these college teams are hiring GMs because they have to dole out salary caps and dollars and how much they're going to pay and negotiate contracts. It's all coming. It's professional sports now.
And
College
it is
football.
100%. I wonder if we don't get to a level where you have the college is the brand sponsored by Nike, Adidas, whoever, and then you're also going to have just scholarship football. I don't know. I don't know if there's room for it all.
The TGL last night, the Polar Bear and Jeff McNeil were there. So shout out to the Metropolitans. New York, I think, took it on the chin again. Tiger with a huge gaffe. He must have been on 6 gummies in or something because did you see what he did?
Yeah, he thought he was.
I mean, how can you think
Here's
that?
why. Because in golf I can explain how it happened. I know it seems impossible. First off, in golf parlance, if you're 123 and you ask somebody how far you are, often they'll say 23 or 78. If you're over 100, you just do that.
No, but aren't you? You're looking at the simulator.
But it was alternate shot.
Yeah.
He was probably talking, not paying attention, or looking at something.
There you have it.
They said 99. He took his club. He went up there. He took one look, and he hit it.
Hit the wedge.
Hit the
wedge 100 yards.
Yeah, and you're not used
Except
to.
it was 199.
You're probably not used to the depth perception of that's 199 away and not. So that's probably how it happened. But he said it was the most embarrassing moment that he's had in golf. And Tiger baloney, I saw you out there at Torrey Pines when you're trying to come back from your sex scandal. You're chunking them and blading them and
also saw you used
shaking
to
them.
hide behind your sunglasses and stuff due to your ultra embarrassment. So.
Yeah, sure.
But anyway,
the Inquirer just called and they said that one.
The TGL has been actually
It's gotten better.
Well,
Monday they showed some energy.
Regardless. Well, the best team is Atlanta because they have Billy and Justin Thomas, and those two have energy. So they're the most fun team to watch. They're the two who understand. They're the two showmen, entertainers. But with all that said, ESPN, I saw this story. ESPN would have been happy with 500,000 a night, and they're getting 810,000.
I wonder what Monday's triple header will register.
Yeah,
they had the one that got $1 million, right? We had talked about one where they got $1 million, but Monday's action. You know, it's interesting. I'll again tie it back to that. We're sitting around Monday. It's kind of after the storm, and the TGL was on for a little while. And I asked my buddy, who's a sports fan, never heard of it.
Right.
And watching us, but found it interesting. He's like, this is interesting. We watched. I said, well, would you watch this again? Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting if you get stuck watching it, but it's not like, ooh, when's it on next?
Yeah. The dumbest thing, I think we can finally understand this. The dumbest thing in golf, though, and the thing that nobody pays attention to, and the big swing and the miss by Liv, and this to a point, is team golf. Nobody follows team. Nobody cares about the teams. No,
they don't.
Unless it's the United States against Europe in the Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
Nobody cares
I agree with
about team golf. Team golf is stupid.
They're trying now. Maybe
I see what they're trying. And
I think the kid, there are certainly you and I will be put in the ground never carrying. I think they think that 20 to
Maybe.
35 might.
It gives you a format to do things like this, but that's about it for me. Anyway, when I did the Lift Power Duval Minute, I have in front of me the regular season standings from the last decade.
You know what the sad thing is? I bet you the decade previous would have given you the same results.
Yeah. 05 to 15, yeah.
Been close.
55 and 109 for the it's the worst record in the NFL.
But it feels like it.
The Jets were 56 and 108. The Browns were 57 and 106. And
that's with two division winners.
Yeah. 17 and 22. The Raiders 72 and 92. Obviously, the Chiefs are 123 and 41. Who do you think second? Who do you think second, third, and fourth in the last 10 years in the AFC?
Okay.
And then we'll do
in the AFC.
Mm-hmm. Chiefs are the best.
The Bills.
The Bills are third.
And then I mean my gut, but I think this team also will throw a 5 and 11 at you. I want to say,
yeah, that's an important thing to remember when you're figuring out who this team is.
Yeah,
because this team never throws out a 5 and 11.
Steelers, then I guess. Yeah.
So Kansas City, Pittsburgh, Buffalo, and Baltimore, and then New England.
And yet in the last 10 years, you feel like Baltimore's been better than Pittsburgh.
Correct. And it's close.
Yeah.
So who do you think the best team in the NFC has been the last 10 years?
By record?
Mm-hmm. By record.
I would say this is not. I would say. How about the Packers?
Packers are the best.
Oh.
The worst are the Giants. The Vikings are second. The Seahawks.
Yeah, I was going to say Seattle.
Okay.
Are the Rams
tied with the Eagles?
Okay.
No, the Rams are down a little bit.
Yeah, they've had
it's
some
Green
battles.
Bay, Minnesota, Seattle, Philly, and then the Saints. are also tied with the Cowboys, but that's fifth place.
The Rams have 2 Super Bowl appearances
But
in
two
there.
of the 2 longest standing, proudest franchises, the Giants and the Bears, are the 2 worst. So there you have it, followed by Carolina. So.
Man, I the way that football has evolved, I wonder if you can win in Chicago. Do they need to build a dome? There's just something about every quarterback fails there, man.
Yeah.
They can't pass the ball. And NFL is a passing game, and I know there are other cold weather climes, but are there really? What's left? Buffalo and Green Bay? Are those the only 2, brutal cold weather climes that are still completely outdoors? Probably, right?
Pittsburgh can get a cold day.
It can get cold, but it's not. It's like Chicago.
New England.
That wind blows off, and you get to the end of the year. In the NFL today, is it safe to say you got to be able to throw the football?
Yeah.
At least some. And I know this is maybe not the best year to make that argument with, Jalen Hurts and the Eagles winning, but still, just wonder about what's the solution for Chicago. We'll see. Another coach. See what Ben Johnson can do in that weather.
All right, we're hurtling towards the 8 o'clock hour. This is the drill.
I saw a shocking list when we get on the other side about last year's draft.
Okay. We'll take a look at that.
Yeah, we'll do that more.
641-1010. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. Tell them what they're going to win.
I got a Firehouse Sub swag basket.
Yeah, swag bag.
That includes lunch for 2.
Koozie.
It's a Firehouse, of course. And then a travel tumbler and much more. 904-641-1010.
They have a koozie in there?
Maybe.
They have a pencil?
Maybe.
T-shirt?
I'll let your boy.
All right.
Yep.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. The #1 station for Gator Nation. 1010XL, 92.5 FM. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Beaches Dermatology. I've been going there for a long, long time. Why? Because they're the very best. Take great care of me. Have concern. And check out my skin is what they do. And I appreciate them. I appreciate Dr. Metz, Dr. Boudreaux, Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery, man. Beaches Dermatology. Shout out to all the ladies off Solana Road. Do a great job over there. Appreciate them as well. They set me up. I got an appointment at 11. I go in at 11. It's kind of how it works. Very nice. Great place to be. Listen, there are a bunch of locations to serve you, but here's the deal. Protect your skin. They want you to protect your skin, man, so you don't have to go see them. Wear that floppy hat. Protect those ears. Long sleeve dry fit, man. Sunscreen when needed, even in the wintertime. And by the way, if something pops up on your skin, go get it checked out at Beaches Dermatology. You can go online at beachesdermatology.com.
DuckDuckRooter is now hiring plumbers. We offer excellent weekly pay, paid holidays, health insurance, 401k, and so much more. Apply now at DuckDuckRooter.com. That's DuckDuckRooter.com and click on the careers page. DuckDuckRooter is an equal opportunity employer.
Find Florida Gators basketball on 1010XL. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson, the official window and door replacement partner of the Florida Gators. And by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hi, Jags fans. Walker Little here for my friends at Kingfish Pest Control. Playing offensive line in the NFL, I must block and protect on every down. When it comes to keeping my home pest-free, I expect that same level of protection. So I contacted Kingfish after seeing thousands of positive online customer reviews about their service. I can confirm from personal experience, bugs don't stand a chance getting past Kingfish Pest Control. Do what I did. Reach out to Kingfish Pest Control to protect your home, a proud partner of your Jacksonville Jaguars.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? You have questions? Call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Brian Wall here. Would you take your paycheck, go to the bank, cash it, and then simply throw it up in the air? I didn't think so. But in a way, over the years, that is exactly what you're doing if you have old or builder-grade windows in your home. Even if you have a brand new home, those windows are not the best windows you can have to save on your energy bills. Window World has sold millions of replacement windows to homeowners like you, and Window World's customer satisfaction is the highest in the business. Please check Window World out yourself and save on your new windows and on your energy bills. Compare with other companies and you'll see Window World is simply the best for less. It's up to you. You can call Window World and get a free estimate, get the best guarantee in the window replacement business, save money on your new windows, and save more on your energy bills. Call Window World today at 904-443-7001 or go online to windowworldneflorida.com. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
All aboard! The Combine, Free Agency, the Draft.
Here we go!
Ride the off-season like a locomotive with AA Automotive and 1010XL.
Might want to buckle up, baby.
AA Automotive on Richard Street. Family run since 1954.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and Triumph has gone off-road. And Greg, you got something really cool coming up this Saturday.
This Saturday, we're going to be out at North Florida Motocross Track from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. with the new Triumph 250 and 450 ready to ride.
Triumph's been on-road forever, but now they're off-road.
They are off-road. It's a championship bike built by Ricky Carmichael, and it is bad to the bone.
I got to love it. Got to see it. Check it out. Triumph Off-Road. All the details are on Cycles of Jacksonville's Facebook page.
Hicken here for Bound 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. He is currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bound 9. Visit Bound 9 Associates today and experience the difference. Bound 9 Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
This is the sound of turning small bets into legendary wins. Only on the Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook app. The sound of parlays. The sound of paydays. The sound of watching the game will never be the same. Hard Rock Bet has already paid out millions and millions in parlays to people across Florida. Download Hard Rock Bet now, and if your first bet doesn't win, get up to $100 back as a bonus bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to play. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Instant Keys saves the day if you have lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call 722-1111.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Youth sports at the YMCA's focus on teamwork, discipline, and building confidence. Our experienced coaches can create a positive and supportive environment where your kids can grow, stay active, and develop a love for sports. Sports like basketball, volleyball, swimming, gymnastics, and even elite skills training. Join the fun and register. Give your kids the chance to be a part of something special. Visit fcymca.org to learn all about youth sports at the Y.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL, presented by Riddle Wellness. The Jags search for their next general manager continues. Round 2 of interviews begin today in Duval with 5 finalists, including one internal with Jags interim GM Ethan Waugh. A name to watch is Bears assistant GM Ian Cunningham, who joined Chicago in 2022 and has been one of the popular GM candidates on the market. He previously turned down the opportunity to become the Cardinals GM and was a finalist for the Commanders post. Also interviewing are Rams Director of Scouting Strategy James Gladstone, Packers VP of Player Personnel John Eric Sullivan, and 49ers Director of Scouting and Football Operations Josh Williams. The Jags expect to fill the vacancy by Saturday to prepare for the NFL Combine, which kicks off next week. I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. It's 58 degrees at 8 o'clock. Time and temperature brought to you by Bueller Aaron Plumbing.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, if I asked you to ponder back 1 year ago when the Jaguars had their draft.
Yes.
And then with a year now to marinate. This is the hard part about evaluating how you did in a draft compared to the rest of the league, is we have no idea how much success or little success a lot of other teams, like for instance, I saw one list when it came to like getting hits in last year's draft. 2 of the worst 3 were Detroit and Minnesota, who were 2 of the best teams in the league, but it was with a lot more than last year's rookie class.
Along those lines, and one of the questions we talked about earlier is that Jags begin their final 5 interview process today with Tony and I think Mark Lamping and Liam Cohen. And Ian Cunningham is like, I don't know why. I guess the media has sort of dubbed him as the favorite, or the reports say that he's the favorite, and he may be.
Okay.
You know, but one of the questions I would ask him right off the rip is, you drafted Caleb Williams, you didn't draft Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
You drafted Roma Dunze, you didn't draft Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah, those are. I'm sorry, this is bad timing for you. We're moving a different direction. I'm not kidding.
Well, I mean, it's just, and again, it's year to year.
Sure.
Caleb Williams may take off this year and be awesome. Roma Dunze may have 100 catches as he moves up because Keenan Allen's leaving, and he'll be, Brian Thomas Jr. was all we had basically after a while. We had to go to him. So anyway, we'll see. But those are fair questions in the game. But anyway,
I find it interesting as I was perusing around. I'm wont to do as I get set to come back, and I'm just sitting around. I'm looking at different stuff, and the Jags show up pretty well. I saw them 9-1. I saw them
9 and what do you mean?
Ranking last year's draft classes.
Oh, last year's
a year
draft
later,
class.
Right? After everything that you got, and by all accounts, people think they got that Brian Thomas, Cam Little's a good 6th-round pick, but the guy Dan
Jones is the guy.
It's the guy that doesn't register with us so much.
Not me.
Yeah, he didn't look great. He didn't look terrible.
Yeah,
but he is real. I mean, I saw a redraft where he's a first rounder.
Yeah,
I saw all rookie team where he's the first team. So compared to his competition around the league, apparently he graded out better.
Did you feel like he played like that?
I thought he played okay. He certainly flashed.
Yeah,
he had flashes that we haven't seen a lot of guys. Flash.
How did you think he played? Did he stand out to you? Jarian Jones is who we're talking about.
He did.
Yeah,
he did stand out. Whether it was for good or bad, he stood out.
He had a couple sacks. He had the pick against Green Bay.
Made some plays on the ball, but he also
had some bad coverage busts.
He did.
Some busts. Yeah,
and I look. When you go 4-13, it's hard to find a lot of positives. But if you're going to find one about the 2nd-round pick, because he didn't make any contribution at all until the very end. But when he did, I mean, he's getting a sack every other game for the last 5 or 6.
He had 3 sacks. Yeah,
and they were all late, weren't they? I mean, didn't they all come in the last 4 or 5?
Yep.
I need him to take off because when we add the 2 together, I've already dubbed the defensive line masonry.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be.
You got 2 Masons?
Concrete blocks,
okay.
man. I got shirts. I got everything coming.
All right.
Yeah. We're going to get rich beyond our wildest dreams.
But the 3 that really stand out from the class that, or at least from other people's eyeballs, are Brian Thomas Jr., Jarian Jones, and Cam Little.
Mm-hmm.
And this is an NFL.com.
And that'll get you in the top 10.
This in the NFL.com has them 13th, but with this caveat at the very end, they say he ranked the receivers. That's right. Brian Thomas tops the board amid a touted group of pass catchers offering varied skill sets. The Jags receiver offers intoxicating traits. They also add invaluable first-year returns from nickelback Jarian Jones and kicker Cam Little, and this rookie class is probably ranked too low. So even though they put him 13, he's suggesting top 10. Well, at the same time, CBS has ranked it with a caveat.
Mm-hmm.
And they are just doing it by, I want to make sure I get it right. I think it's by ranking the NFL rookie classes after year 1. And then they list their biggest hit. They have the Jags 4th. No, I'm sorry, 5th.
Okay.
It's at least encouraging. Now, you got to get some more. Look, there are still some figures in that draft. Javon Foster,
Jordan Jefferson.
There are some guys there that you're going to want to wait on.
DeAndre Price, Prince.
Miles Cole even played a little bit late. I don't know. It's a project.
Yeah.
If Jones, though, emerges as what they're saying or thinking, he was an all-rookie, pretty much made all the all-rookie teams. Right? We had 3 guys pretty much made all the all-rookie teams.
Yeah.
The kicker, the corner, and the receiver.
Yeah.
I'm of this ilk, Hick, as they go through now.
Who's the number 1 class?
Just out
of curiosity.
In the, we got 2 different ones, and I'll give you each. This CBS one where the Jags were 5th.
Mm-hmm.
The number 1 class was Washington.
Okay.
The number 2 class was the Giants. The number 3 class was the Eagles. The number 4 was the Rams. In the NFL.com, the number 1 class there's some slight differences. The number 1 class was the Commanders, so they get it in both. Number 2 were the Rams. Number 3, they went, and I don't have a problem, they went with the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Their class grade gets an A- because they got Joe Alt and McConkey, among others.
Who did Washington take besides Jaden Daniels that yours truly
Yeah, they
told
took that
everybody
little
to take?
corner, Sanders still.
Yeah.
And then they had another player who's the offensive tackle they drafted is getting a lot of.
Brandon Coleman, TCU.
Yeah. Started.
Luke McCaffrey made the team.
Started 12 games. Then you got the Raiders at 4. They hit with Brock Bowers, Jackson Powers-Johnson, very good interior offensive lineman. So anyway, at least Liam Cohen coming in, the new GM taking over, at least in the most recent draft, has some young talent to build around. You would hope.
Well, to that end, I was looking at Sticks Jeremiah put out a mock draft, and he's a pretty respected cat. He's the type of him and Riddick are two of the guys who like every now and then they'll be like interviewing for an NFL job.
Yeah.
Right. And so again, Abdul Carter at the top to Tennessee. They would not take a quarterback, so I don't know what they're going to do. Cleveland would take Cam Ward. They are going to take a quarterback. We saw a list of the quarterbacks ranked. Anyone who started a game last year, I think it was 70-something. Last quarterback in the NFL was Deshaun Watson.
Wow.
I mean, and that's a little overplayed, but he's never going to play again for Cleveland. He's done.
And you wonder if he's got...
He redid his Achilles, too.
Yeah,
so.
right. I just don't know if he'll ever play again.
Yeah, I think he's done. I think his whole... The way he handled the things in Houston and then all the, obviously, the off-field stuff. Just, this guy was on top of the world.
Yeah.
And just went off a cliff.
In like every aspect of life.
Yeah.
His character, his reputation. Yeah. I mean, and
crazy.
Well earned.
Yeah. But anyway, Cleveland would take Cam Ward. He has the Giants going Travis Hunter. He has the Patriots taking Will Campbell. And then he has the Jags going Mason Graham. And here's what he says. And it's like a
perfect fit.
The only caveat with Mason, and he says this seems like a perfect marriage between need, talent, and fit. Graham is one of the most consistent players in the class.
Almost everyone is putting Mason Graham here to the point that we thought there would be a benefit if a couple of quarterbacks win. I don't think it matters. They're taking Mason Graham and no one else is, whether the quarterbacks go or not.
I've read a ton of stuff about Mason Graham, and I talked to
he's got a real high.
I talked to the Ponte Vedra guys who talked to Big Jake, and Big Jake, Jake's our friend from who's up at Michigan, offensive lineman. Big Jake said he's unblockable. He's unblockable.
Okay,
and he wins every snap, and so anyway, the only caveat to not taking Mason Graham is there is depth at the defensive tackle spot. But I want the best one. And if he's the best one, if he's Aaron Donald, then I'll take him.
You know who I got on a little bit this weekend, Dan? A name we haven't even mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's one, what was the one? What was the one thing that really stuck out about that Eagles defense? Or one of the things that really stuck out about that Eagles defense. You know what it was? All those Georgia Bulldogs.
Right.
And to that end, all these Georgia linemen, if the Jaguars if their defensive line, their 6-man rotation were 6 Trayvon Walkers, we'd have the best defensive line in the league.
Yeah.
It's important to say that while we think there's another guy that should have gone ahead of him, he's certainly good enough that if you had a bunch of him, you'd be an awful good defense, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But this Jalen Walker, Hick, and I know he didn't have a crazy year, but he's like super high ceiling edge rusher. He only had 6.5 sacks, but he had like 4 in the 2 Texas games.
Mm-hmm.
He had 1.5 in the opener against Clemson. And in all honesty, and you pound this home, I think, more than I do and some others do, but the reality is it's documented now. It is proven. We only got 2 guys that can rush the passer at all.
Right.
Walker and Allen, 2 years in a row, they've gotten 90% of the sacks.
And by the way,
we need an edge rusher, something fierce, man.
Me and E were talking the other day about Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah.
And the money that he's going to get.
Yeah.
He's going to get Josh Hines Allen money.
Yeah.
Well, he went 17.5 2 years in a row.
For sure.
He's double digits. 5 out of his 6 years?
Yeah.
Listen, Josh Hines Allen's a good football player, man. I'm not taking anything away from him, but he's got to be better. 8's not enough.
No, there's what they say.
7's not enough.
What they say to balance that with Josh Hines Allen, and it's not my argument because I saw the top 100 PFF had him like 83rd best player in the league last year.
Yeah,
but he's unlucky.
Yeah,
like his pressures are there. He's just not getting the quarterback down or bouncing off, and that applies to us as a team. We get more guys stymied who somehow get away than any team in the league.
But I have no problem with taking
But if you a dominant, all-pro, defensive tackle or a dominant all-pro edge rusher? Which one's more valuable?
Edge rusher.
Yeah.
Edge rusher.
And I'm not saying either one of those are that.
We were not good up the middle. So
Again, I'm balancing this with what you guys have said now more than once and for longer than a week, that the defensive tackle position is really good.
Yeah. Oh, depth. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And corner has to be addressed one way or the other. Maybe that's a free agent target. I don't know.
Hey, Jeff, so the Dreamfinders poll question yesterday, I'd like to hear your answer to it. Dan asked, if you could draft one All-Pro for the Jags.
All-Pro.
What position would you select? Offensive line, edge rusher, cornerback, or running back? All-Pro.
For this Jags team.
For this particular team, ooh, that's a hard one.
I thought it was easy for me.
Well, it's going to be one of the first two. What were the first two in what order?
O-line, edge rusher.
I'd go O-line.
Okay.
I'd go O-line only because we haven't had a dominant all-pro offensive lineman since Baselli.
Right.
I mean, we haven't had a good O-line. We've never. How many Pro Bowl appearances do our offensive linemen have outside of Tony Baselli and Leon Searcy in team history?
Zero. Other than
Think about
them.
that.
Yeah.
That's a really, really important position. Now, look, you'd be hesitant. Listen, you immediately get pause because if you have an all-pro quarterback, you're way ahead of the game. But I think when you balance the weakness of each of these units, you're more okay in some than the others.
But remember when we were dominant up front with the edge, the pass rush?
Yeah, no, I get it. That would be second. One of those two for me.
That's what I went with. I went with the pass rusher.
Mm-hmm. And that's fine. I got no problem with that. Any of them, by the way, would work. The pro, man, it's just, you know what the hard thing about the NFL is? It's hard for the ones that do it. You can make an argument for each of these. That's not important, but yet it is. This is
give me a pop quiz here real quick. Speaking of the Jags, not Pro Bowlers, Jeff, but all pros. First team all pros. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them.
In the history of
the team. 8 different players have been all pros. First team all pros.
First team all pro.
You guys can play together. You should get them.
Yeah. Well, Baselli 3 times. The only 3-timer, and 97, 98, and 99. Calais.
Yep.
Calais in 2017. Correct.
First team all pro.
Was Jalen already at that peak?
Don't overthink it. Jalen one time, 2017.
Yep.
That's 3.
Well, Mojo had to be all pro.
Mojo in 2011. Very good. That's 4. There's 4 more.
A lot of competition. Jimmy had some big years, though, man. That's a hard one. All right, what do we got? 4 of 7 only, huh?
4 of 8. 4 more to go.
What about our big fellas up front, Jeff? Big Hen or
yes. Let's go Stroud.
And the game ends.
Anderson? No.
Nope.
Neither.
All right, but now let's just kick it around a little bit.
Stroud was a 3-time Pro Bowler. Big Hen was a 2-time Pro Bowler.
That's it, huh?
Tony leads away with 5. Jimmy, no.
Not first team all pro ever.
5-time Pro Bowler, 97.
We're getting into kickers. We're getting kickers and punters here. Is what's going to happen.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Brian Barker, 1997. Okay. And as you know, Ross Matisick, our long snapper, in 23.
Yeah.
But the other 2 you should get. You're leaving out the greatest defensive player in Jags history.
Tony Brackens was, huh?
No.
Oh. What am I doing?
Rasheen?
Thank you.
First team all pro.
Yep.
Good for him.
2006. First team all pro.
Okay.
The other one is guy that we love.
Is this on the 99 team?
Yeah.
Yeah. Searce?
One of our guys. No, not Searce.
It's not Double D, is it?
Nope.
Okay.
Did Gary Walker?
Nope.
I'll go all those Pro Bowlers that year.
Was it linebacker?
Yep.
Okay. Was it Mike Pete?
No, it's Hardy Nickerson.
No.
Kevin Hardy.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Kevin Hardy.
Yep.
I think of it. Yeah.
1999 All Pro. So you got Baselli 3. It's really pitiful.
Well, the problem
30
is,
years.
And look how many after the year 2000. 2? Calais. Well, Ross.
Yeah.
And with all due respect, the long snapper doesn't count. Neither does the punter. The difference in the first team all pro punter and the average is just not much.
Just for giggles. Carolina came in the league same time as us.
Oh, they're loaded.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 all-pro seasons. 17 different players.
Yeah.
Luke Kuechly, 5-time all-pro.
Cam.
Steve Smith, Ryan Cleo, Julius Peppers, Mike Tolbert, Todd Sauerbrunn, Chris Jenkins, Michael Bates, John Beeson, Cam, Jordan Gross, Thomas Davis, Christian McCaffrey, Kevin Green, Musa Muhammad, Sam Mills, Josh Norman, all had all-pro, first-team all-pro years. So we got work to do. We get some, what do we need, E?
Some dogs.
Thank you.
We don't need no cats, no meow.
We need some dogs. We're going to take a break. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
There are 4 seasons: winter, spring, summer, and Jags football.
To the 5, into the end zone, touchdown!
Jaguar football lives here. 1010XL, home of the Jaguars.
Hi, I'm Janice. I'm a coach at Awaken 180 Weight Loss. When a client reaches the goal that they've set, they are so proud of themselves. They are so thrilled with how they look and how they feel. They are ready to take on the next thing. And that's one thing about weight loss. It's so much more than a number on a scale. It's about self-respect. It's a momentum thing. Now that I've lost 50 pounds, wow, there's no reason why I can't do this next thing that initially seemed so daunting, but now I know I can do it. The celebration is not just how much better you look and feel, but how much more self-respect you have. We get on a track of success at Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Losing weight with Awaken 180 isn't about the number on the scale. It's about how that number spearheads endless success. Bring your goals to Awaken 180, then celebrate when you check off each and every one of them. Call 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey, certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, I got a comfort level second to none because my money is with my guys at ITP Partners, and they're Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Why? They have experience, they have expertise, they have knowledge, and that's Chris Bryan and Jeff Hartman. That's Reagan Wright and Dan Abel. That's Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reed Wingate. Those are the ITP Partners. And let me tell you what they do. They did this with my daughter. She went in and she met with Janice Cobb, for example, and they had a great meeting, and she builds a strategy that is right for her and her husband. And so, and their goals become ITP Partners' priority. So get in the game. ITP Partners always there to help. You've heard me talk about them. Chris at ITPPartners.com or call 312-9751, 312-9751. They're ITP Partners. And they're my financial partners for life.
Mia here. You want to know what I'm so over? Resolutions. You want to know what I am into? The revolution hitting the road in a new Toyota from Arlington Toyota. So what do you say? Join the Arlington Toyota revolution and save big with financing as low as 0% on select new models. Or get up to $8,500 off select new Toyotas. Plus, every new Toyota purchase from Arlington Toyota comes with Arlington's lifetime warranty and 60-day exchange. Shop in person on Atlantic Boulevard, just a quarter mile east of 295 or at arlingtontoyota.com. Visit arlingtontoyota.com/0% for full details.
DUI, BUI, don't stress. Call me Malcolm Anthony at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW for Malcolm Anthony.
Did you know your pup could take 30,000 to 60,000 steps a day at Dogtopia of Jacksonville Beach Boulevard? That's a whole lot of tail wagging fun with their best furry friends. At Dogtopia, they turn playtime into exercise, learning, and socialization in their off-leash, open play environment. Dogs build confidence, reduce anxiety, and stay happy and healthy, all while having the time of their lives. Visit Dogtopia of Jacksonville Beach Boulevard today.
Don't miss the Players' Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scotty Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Take a radio boat ride with Captain Cabin on the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show. Reeled in by the Pest Pros at Royal Pest Services and Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
Hey, gang, when it comes time to sell your home, you don't need any hassles. It's actually a pretty good time. Mortgage rates are down. There's more active buyers and sellers right now, and you want to get the best out of this opportunity. So let me tell you, the number one easiest way to do it is count on the promise of Chad and Sandy at chadandsandy.com. You can call them right now at 414-6200 and get started, because it boils down to this. With Chad and Sandy, your home sold guaranteed at an agreed upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. So there you go. Mike and Lisa said, quote, "We inherited a family home that came with equity but also a mortgage. Need to sell fast. Avoid extra expense of a second mortgage. We heard about Chad and Sandy on the radio and called. Everything they say on the radio is true. The home sold in 3 days for full asking price." So right now, go to chadandsandy.com. That's chadandsandy.com, or call 414-6200. Do it today.
Mike Dempsey here. Look, it's been 10 years that I've been vouching for my guys at Dandy Boots, and for a decade, I'm proud of my association with a local family business. They make a great product. I've made no secret that I was a customer long before Dandy ever came on board on 1010XL. But I'm thinking I'm due a little Dandy swag, maybe a little love. How about a Dandy t-shirt, a ball cap? So how about it, Thompson family? What do you got going on over there? In the meantime, I'm going to keep eating those delicious tuna salad sandwiches. So guys, keep helping me out and grab a Dandy sandwich today.
E.T. here, and if you've ever been injured in an accident, visit my buddy Dr. McGowan at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center. You have 14 days to see a doctor and protect your insurance benefits, even if you're at fault. And no matter what you hear, you have the right to choose your own doctor. So I recommend McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation. Their auto experts will guide you in every step of the way to ensure the care that you need. Your recovery starts with McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation.
Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay, comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
You've got a lot on your plate. The last thing you need is car trouble. At Maxie's Mechanics, we help you keep your cars, trucks, and SUVs running safely. Visit MaxieAutoRepair.com today for honest service, reliable repairs, and peace of mind for you and your family.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
A really cool story. Okay.
Yesterday. So yesterday was 24 years since Dale Earnhardt died to the day. And Ed Dale Jr. does like a podcast or something. Anyway, he was on talking like headsets and stuff, and I just saw it. And so somebody gifted him. Somebody passed away and gifted him Dale Sr.'s RCR 3 car. One of obviously many.
Mm-hmm.
And they had it delivered.
Wow.
To Dale Jr. And so, when he walked, he's like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And trying to figure out, so he said, I got to call RCR and see, because they got the chassis numbers, figure out what races it ran in and what memories he has of it. But he had one of Dale Sr.'s,
like the originals.
Yeah, 3-car, black 3-car.
Wow.
It was very cool. And that, I guess this guy, and he said this car has traveled, for some reason it had been in Ireland and some other places across the world.
There's nothing, and I don't know if it's good for the sport. I really don't, because there's nothing more. We were sitting around. I never looked more sports genius, Dan, than I did Sunday. There's about 26 laps to go in the Daytona 500. I said, hey, everybody, you might want to watch. We'll get 3 wrecks here. The first one will come on lap 15. And you know what happened? Lap 15 wiped it out.
Yeah.
And then they raced for about 7 minutes. I said, don't worry. They'll wreck again with 4 or 5 laps to go. And then they'll restart and they'll wreck one more time. And by golly, right on cue. And
boom, boom.
that wasn't that great a prediction. If you've watched the Daytona 500, it feels like that happens every year.
That's how it goes.
Is that good? Stack them all up, wreck them, and then whoever sneaks through?
I feel like I feel like the best car and the best driver don't always win the Daytona 500. And it's a Super Bowl of auto racing. So I think in that respect, it doesn't really work. But if you're running up what you got to do is you got to get up in the front 10, and then you got to hang on and know that inevitably, if Logano's in there or Stenhouse is in there, or they're gonna wreck.
Yeah.
They're gonna cause a wreck.
Yeah, Logano is a menace for a guy who's as accomplished as he is. They do not like that guy's style.
Adam Schnipner reporting that the L.A. Chargers will be headed to the Sao Paulo, Brazil game.
Okay.
In the international series.
Do we have is that the other opponent?
Second ever regular season game? No, in Sao Paulo, they'll be the host team, the designated team, the L.A. Chargers of San Diego.
Well, last year the NFL came up with the genius idea of sending two teams, adorned in green, to a place where green is like the gang trigger, whatever it was. I don't remember the exact parameters around it. Well, the Gator basketball team did what they've done an awful lot this year. They cruised to an easy victory. Heck, there's also some things being picked up here along the way. This ability to play without key guys, and that is important when you get inevitably get into the tournament, and Conan will pick up 3 fouls in the first half, or Martin will pick up two quickies.
The best thing to happen for Florida basketball, in a way, it'll be a blessing in disguise, if you let me be cliche for a second, are these injuries, because my guy Denzel Aberdeen, he didn't have a good game last night, but he's like averaging 16 points a game since moving into
He
the
ain't afraid to
starting
shoot
lineup.
either. He's not afraid to push it.
And so he's been terrific. And then Hauk was terrific. And Hanlockton came back. And so now all of a sudden you've got an even deeper and Klobuchar's playing.
He hit like 3 last night.
Now all of a sudden you've got 10 deep, and you can run out that that guys can step up for other guys if guys aren't playing well. And it's
a really good team. I think it's as good as any Florida basketball team. I mean, it is. I know you got to win.
Yeah, you got to go win.
I'm not saying, and I know that that team with Horford and Noah Brewer, those are 3 longtime NBAs. So let me amend that.
Yeah.
Outside of that back-to-back champ, this team is as good as any team that has ever laced it up. Any of the other Final Four teams.
This would be a huge disappointment if they don't accomplish some notable things.
Yes.
Like they're having a season to remember. And
it might be the toughest schedule in Gator basketball history. That's what makes 23-3 more impressive.
And I agree with you about they have 5 games left. They have 2. They could lose any of them. Sure. But LSU, Georgia hit the skids. They should win those 2. Then they have 3 ranked teams, but 2 of them are at home.
Yeah.
A&M, they have at Alabama and Mississippi, Ole Miss. Those are the 5 left. I'd like them to win the SEC regular season.
That would be a little tougher. They're 2 behind Auburn, but if they tie, they would get it by tiebreaker.
Right.
I don't know if Auburn's got 2 losses in them. They're really good, too.
They're very good.
I'm amazed Florida won that game the way they did with what they were down. That was by far their best game in years.
So, and going to Alabama Alabama plays a ranked team every game left on their schedule, starting tonight, I believe.
Yeah.
So Florida's going to be, at worst, a 2 seed.
Yeah. And I think they'll be a 1.
I do too.
I think we're getting to the point of which one will there be? Will they be the top, the 2, or even the 3?
So right now, Auburn, Alabama, in bracketology, Duke and Florida are your top seeds. Florida's in this bracketology that I'm looking at, Joe Lenardi, they'd get the winner of Oregon, New Mexico second, which is fine.
Yeah. I saw one earlier that had UConn as an 8 seed. And
then they would have Marquette, Drake, Texas Tech, and Akron. Okay, one of those to get to the 8. And then ultimately the 2 seed in this is, and this is what's going to happen, it's an SEC team, it's Texas A&M, who lost last night.
Yeah. Florida, each game that you just mentioned, Florida feels like is 5 to 10 points better than every one of those potential matches.
And that's a final. Then you're in the Final Four.
That's right.
So
and then now it's better play your best game and hope you win, because the top 4. Look.
So like I said,
they did lose by 20 to Tennessee.
Yeah.
They did give up 106 to Kentucky.
Number 1 overall. For whatever period of time, awesome. SEC regular season, SEC tournament, or Final Four. Those are the marks that still really matter.
It is an odd sport from this standpoint. As a fan, having a Final Four team is like it's close to winning it all. It's closer to winning it all than maybe if you go to the Super Bowl. I don't know. The Jags haven't been.
Yeah.
But like the success of having a Final Four team registers almost like winning a title.
Right.
In other sports, that's just not the case. Like if you go to the World Series, NLC, that's, you know.
Oh, when I talked to, Kentucky Jeff, hardcore Wildcat fan, that's how he said Kentucky fans are crazy, obviously. But he always measured hugely for Kentucky.
Yeah.
You get to the Final Four.
That's
it's
a great year.
Great year.
Because then anything can happen.
Right. Anything can happen. So, but yeah, it's great not to be first four out on the bubble.
They were on the bubble last year for a while. They got hot late and it got them in. You got to win. Listen, obviously the returns on Todd Golden have been unbelievable on the court. He's just done an this quick to be this established and
by the way,
sitting here as a top seed. But you got to win tournament games.
Yeah,
because as much as we move on past Mike White, he remains the second best coach just from the standpoint that he won tournament games. You got to win tournament, especially with all this talent.
Mm-hmm.
And last year they lost the game. Quite frankly, they should have won. But I think this team feels like it's going to make a run to me, Hick. And I know you said earlier, if your team is good, it is incumbent on you. I don't care what kind of contest you're in.
Yeah.
You ride them all the way to the end. If they're good enough to win it.
He already knows that he's gonna go Oppo. He's gonna run with Duke.
Yep.
And so we're gonna root the hell against Duke. Duke had a big injury the other night.
Yeah, one of their forwards.
Just so you know.
It was the Cooper Flag, so it don't matter.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. And it wasn't the other. They got another who's in the top 5 of the mock drafts. It wasn't him either.
So we good money. I saw that boy do a backwards duck. I was like, what that boy bad?
Based on how Florida beat Auburn like a drum on the road, down personnel, and the way they played, since they turned right around and beat a Mississippi State team easily, who dominated Texas A&M last night. Mm-hmm. It feels to me like Florida's better than everybody they're about to play. I mean, they feel like they could be they might be the best team in the country.
Right.
So. You take who you want. I guess that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. All right. Let's grab a break. We'll keep it rolling. I was going to say, I was going to add another college basketball note, but I'll do that when we get back. This is the Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
I'm Brad Musburger on the heartbeat of the First Coast, 1010XL. Jacksonville Sports Radio.
This is Daytona, the awe-inspiring spectacle of Supercross, and the most challenging course to witness the air-catching, adrenaline-pumping, heart-pounding action unlike any other race in Florida. Daytona Supercross. The biggest names battle it out under the lights at the World Center of Racing. Don't miss it. The gate drops Saturday, March 1st. Secure your tickets and trackside access today at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
This is Hayes Carlion for Physician Guided Weight Loss. I'm down 20 pounds already thanks to Physician Guided Weight Loss. I feel great, and it's all thanks to them. Their amazing technology, fast setup, friendly staff, and proven results have sold me. They can help you too, and it's affordable with firm pricing. No rising costs as you go. If you're like me and looking to kick off the new year with a leaner body, call my friends at Physician Guided Weight Loss at 257-4344. That's 257-4344.
Slacker plumbing.
Yeah, hey, listen, I need a plumber over here right now.
Yeah, well, we don't have any openings for about 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yep.
I was just changing the shower head and the water line broke and it's flying everywhere.
All right, 1 week.
What if I throw you an extra $100 to come now?
What's the address?
It's 205.
Well, I guess he changed his mind.
If you've got a leak that can't wait a week, call Roland Reese Plumbing and fix your plumbing problems fast. PlumbingJacksonville.com.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyoublow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, just got divorced, of course you want to take care of your family, right? That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson. Matt Hinson and myself both ask, have you done your last will and testament? It's something you have to do. I know you're saying, I don't like think about, well, get it out of the way. Get it done. Why? You work hard for your money. You should decide where your money goes if something should happen to you. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate tax as well. Matt Hinson's your guy. He'll listen. He'll help you with some tough decisions. He'll provide you the information needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's the Hinson Law Firm. You got questions? Maddie's got the answers. 527-1700, 527-1700. Offices, Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, do not let the state decide your fate.
This is Mark Nato. My sons and I have seen the doctors and PAs at Southeast Ortho for everything from lumbar spine stress to elbow tendonitis. Southeast has always been there, been truthful, and always been on point. Everything they say happens. We can't thank them enough for what they've done and the great care that they have taken of our sons.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
What's good, folks? E.T. here. And if you're looking for good food, outdoor fun, and plenty to do, my old stomping grounds in Clay County is the place to be. Check out Clay's diverse local restaurants. They got barbecue, seafood, and Latin restaurants that hit the spot. Outdoorsy? Paddle along the scenic waterways, cast line, or hit the trails. And the events, man, I'm telling you, there's always something for you to do there in Clay, for you and the fam. So check out exploreclay.com to plan your next adventure. And when you do, make sure you hashtag ExploreClay on social. Come on, somebody.
When they were little, the other girls played with dolls.
Aww.
They played with footballs.
Who's that? Yes, it's us.
Helmets and heels.
From the First Coast Lighting Studios at 1010XL.
Weekdays noon to 2.
Some girls have all the fun.
You survived the cold, and it's time to heat up your spring with a cigar tasting of Perdomo cigars. Join Tobacco Cove Saturday, February 22nd from 1 to 4 p.m. for a tasting extravaganza featuring Perdomo cigars rolled in Nicaragua. Food, drinks, and specials on cigars. This is your chance to experience the quality and value Perdomo offers. Tobacco Cove on Bay Meadows Road. More than a cigar store, it's an experience.
The team at Hidden Hills Golf Club invites you to book your next round of golf with us. At Hidden Hills, we love the game, and we'll provide you with a memorable golf experience at one of the most unique golf courses in North Florida. Check us out at hiddenhillsgc.com.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and $2.95.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LOCAL to get an extra 35 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LOCAL for a 35 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LOCAL for a 35 cents per gallon bonus.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Here comes the boom.
I read a really.
You felt that boom yesterday, didn't you, E?
I mean, your shoulder's hurting.
Huh?
Man, I know your shoulder.
Me and E were like, it was like
The boys told me they got a little scrappy yesterday.
Yeah, it was like being in NFL practice, and they went, Hicken, Thalloran, you're up.
Wow.
I went out there
you
like
started
Rudy.
chopping your feet.
I went out there like Rudy. Like Rudy.
Dan is doing some sort of chop step, hitting his head. You're going to be sore if you keep doing it.
I'm telling you, he's going to be sore.
He's fired up, dude. He doesn't drink coffee. Can you imagine this dude if he's on coffee every morning?
I shocked E, and I won the rep.
Did
I win the rep, E?
The way he said it, it was a dirty play.
I might have been a little, I might have jumped.
You cheap shot it.
I might have went on set.
And it was on 2.
Dan, as we've talked about as we age, it's sometimes if you watch a really heartwarming story, we're not afraid to get menopause. You can draw tears. It's hard for me to read something that gets me a little teary-eyed, but I did yesterday. Did you read the story of this dude Hanson Emmanuel? Did you happen to read that on ESPN?
Oh,
I didn't.
Plays for Austin P.
Yeah.
One-arm guy.
He get buckets, too.
And it's not about the fact that he actually is in the rotation and scores 3 points a game, and he's had some monster blocks and dunks, but it's just the person that this dude is, man. And what I took from the whole thing that kind of registers across college sports beyond this particular story about an unbelievably, gifted,
selfless kid.
Just selfless kid. Again, he's got one arm, and he plays college basketball at Austin P. Not D4.
Let's go P.
But it was his. Okay, so he is what the NIL is supposed to be. He's rewarded for his name, image, and likeness. He has sponsors and companies who are with him, and it's about $2 million a year. But you know what he does?
Mm-hmm.
There was a number of examples, but when the baseball team wanted to go to the College World Series, he bought everyone new Oakley sunglasses. When when a kid needed something, or there's been a couple of one-armed athletes that have come and visited him, and he's always been, real well received. But I want to get the examples right because, he became a social media sensation as a teenager growing up in the Dominican. Videos of amazing things he did on the basketball court went viral. He's got 1.5 million followers on Instagram, 2.8 million on TikTok. Everywhere he goes, somebody wants to meet him, take a picture, or be in his presence. Man, when he was little, he got trapped underneath a concrete wall fell on him.
Mm-hmm.
And so he had to have his arm amputated when he was just 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
But he's gone on to just be incredibly inspiring to so many people.
Mm-hmm.
Including, they're telling the story of a couple of, of athletes that have come to visit him, and one of them was a young freshman there who was local. His mom and dad had brought him, and his mom says to the boy, baby, don't you want to say something? And then as the coach looked on, there was tears starting to well up of everyone that's there. And then Emmanuel just kind of goes down the kid and says, hey, man, it's okay. Listen to me. I know you got something to say, but I want to tell you this first. You can be anything you want to be if you're willing to work for it. Everything I've gotten, I've worked for. I've never worried about what anyone thought about me. I've been willing to sacrifice, pay the price to put myself in position. You got to do the same thing, and you can be right where I am. By then, the boy's mom was crying and everyone else was. Mm-hmm. But then they went on to talk about that NIL, and I just wanted to get it down exactly. By the way, another kid that came and visited him and that has been inspired and has gone on to a great high school career, had 39 surgeries, multiple cancer diagnoses, and have played through in part due to the inspiration. But as for the NIL, he has lucrative NIL deals with Oakley, Gatorade, Adidas, T-Mobile, and a large bank in the Dominican. He was featured in a national Gatorade commercial in 2022 as part of the Fuel Tomorrow campaign. He has a deal with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the Zoa energy drink. In fact, Gibson said he was with him recently. He was texting back and forth with The Rock. But with his NIL income, Emmanuel is taking care of his family. He bought his grandparents on his mother's side a church in the Dominican Republic because they have a ministry. He bought his mother, Katie Dominguez, a house in Pennsylvania. Next on his list is getting his grandmother to see an Austin P game. His father was a pro basketball player in South America, and he takes care of people behind the blood besides the blood relatives. Let's see. When he was at Northwestern State, he supplied the entire basketball team with sneakers thanks to his deal with Adidas. His baseball team won the A-Sun Conference Championship. He got them all Oakley sunglasses, and their athletic director says Hansel is the poster child for what NIL is supposed to be. It's not pay for play. It's truly name, image, and likeness that he's capitalizing on, and the most impressive thing, he's sharing it with people. He doesn't have to. He wants to.
You know, he reminds me a lot of Carson Pickett. Carson Pickett is our local girl soccer player. Went to St. John's Country Day, won all those. They never lost. Went to FSU. Professional soccer player now, one arm. And there's a really kind of iconic picture of her. And she's very much a spokesman, by the way, for limb awareness, I think is what they call it.
Okay.
Or limb difference awareness. She was born without a left forearm and hand. And if you remember, there's a great picture of her with a little 2-year-old boy who was also born without the forearm and hand. And they were sort of fist bumping, it was kind of neat. And so she's been very active like that. And those are good stories. And so but I felt like we should mention her as well because she's local as well. And this kid's great. And so anyway, kudos to the good people. The good people of the world. And you're right. That's what it was supposed to be. It's not. But there's a difference between, and I think it will become that again, Jeff, because there is a difference between, and people have to understand, NIL and what's happening now, which is revenue sharing in sports, in college sports. Revenue sharing is going to be, football is going to be,
included.
You're coming in and I'm going to work out a contract with you. Okay. And I'm going to pay you to play. But that's not NIL. So the NIL's on top of that. I saw DJ Lagway started a foundation up here like in the last couple days.
Yes, sir.
And so what a great young man. What a mature young man. That's awesome. And he's doing it for, people that he cares about. I don't know much about it. I just saw that. And I thought, gosh, what a kid's 19 years old. So anyway, things like that are certainly a good deal going forward. And you like to see that kind of stuff. You certainly do.
We've talked a lot about.
Did you see? I want to tell you this real quick. So college baseball last night.
Okay.
Georgia is playing Kennesaw State.
I did see this. Georgia's chirpy, man.
Well, Georgia's closer. I think.
Yeah, he did.
He's on the mound. They got guys on second and
very
third.
dainty. Okay. What he did. Very non-Canadian.
So he's in a stretch. So he comes down to the stretch, and he's looking at home plate. He looks back to the second baseman, or the second guy on second, and he wags the tongue out at him.
It was weird.
And then he strikes the kid out.
And then slammed his glove down. It's Kennesaw State there, dog.
And he goes like this.
Yeah.
He goes like this.
That's a joke.
With his hands in the air.
I can't wait till I want somebody to drill a pepper one right off that dude's forehead.
Oh, dear.
I mean, are you kidding? Wow. It's Kennesaw State, E.
Yeah.
This guy's striking out a guy. Come on, man. Mm. And by the way, the whole, blowing him kisses, tonguing him from afar thing was just weird.
Yeah.
And again, you struck out and then you slam your glove. Okay, hey.
Oh, dear.
Soak it up there, closer. Because let me tell you what's coming. Florida, Tennessee, Texas, LSU. And they're going to light your A up.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Wagging his tongue at him. It was off-putting is what it was. It was uncomfortable. Florida played JU last night in baseball.
They did. They won 10-4. Brody Donay hit another home run. The Nadu kid who transferred from JU got his first start. Like I said, they have depth, man. And he was like 3 for 3. So he had a good game. Saw a lot of shout out to Chris Hayes. He's got a lot of Jacksonville kids on his roster, so it was fun watching it. I remember this kid. There's a kid from Bishop Kenny who pitched a couple innings. It's interesting. I also noticed the starting second baseman for JU, I think it's second base, his last name is Shields. Remember the head football coach over there?
Oh.
His son.
Okay.
I guess he transferred in because, remember, he had left.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he plays baseball at JU. So it was kind of neat to watch. But Florida is really good. I mean, Luke Heyman can play first base. Curlin's still at second base. He's good. Shelton, the kid from South Florida, is it Bobby Bozer? Will be their third baseman. And they got a bunch of outfielders, man. They got the Sear kid from Miami. They got Hayden Yost back who tore up his knee. And then
And they have a team that's coming off
fun to watch
a positive
also.
experience.
And I think Sully said this. So Aiden King, who was so good at Bishop Snyder last year, he's probably the best player, I think.
Yeah, that's the one you talked about, threw so hard.
Yeah, and really effective slider. I think he had a 17 strikeout game against Providence.
I think
anyway,
won it like 17 out of
18.
Yeah. Something like that.
Something like that. Or 21. Anyway, he got an inning in. And Sully had said any other year, I'd have no problem with this kid being a starter. But because they have so much experience back, Liam Peterson, Clement, Coppola are their 3 starters right now. And they got a lot of they should be. But again, if he has Sully, and he was on with the Frangie show yesterday, he even said, man, he goes, I think I got a great recruiting class, and we got a lot of guys, and I look up, and we're like 5th in the SEC.
Yeah.
You know, that's the world that he lives in.
That's the world in the SEC right now across the board in all sports.
Except
really
football. Except football. We're down in football.
No, I mean, that's the challenge in the SEC, no matter the team, no matter the program. Yeah, you can have a great year, and you're going to be 5th. Well, Florida was 5th in football, too.
Yeah.
In the conference, which was a big upgrade from being 8th to 9th or 11th like they have been in the past few years.
Let me ask you one other question, and then we'll head to 9 o'clock nasty.
Oh, boy.
Because I got E's take on this yesterday, but I didn't get you. Somebody came out, I forget who it was, some NBA guy. NBA's been very much in the news just because of the All-Star game. It's terrible. That was stupid.
Yeah,
it's just,
dumb.
I'd rather watch 200 to 190.
I mean, just go East
care.
versus West.
Yeah. But anyway, it doesn't bother me as much that they don't.
I just didn't watch.
None of it bothers me.
I don't.
But there was a great juxtaposition this weekend because here's the NHL playing all exhibition games, and they're killing each other.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely killing each other.
Well, that was kind of spurred by the whole boo in the national anthem thing.
Part of it, but they wanted to win too.
Yeah.
U.S. and Canada will play tomorrow night for the championship, and
we're getting kind of banged up, aren't we, on the U.S. side?
Well, that's
probably the problem.
But anyway, so you juxtapose that against what's going on with the NBA and the NFL in terms of their All-Star games, and like baseball, us against the world seems to work a lot better if you want to have like All-Star type games.
You can do that in basketball now,
but
we might lose in basketball.
I know you could.
Yeah.
Shoot, you could do countries. I mean, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander in Canada, R.J. Barrett. You could do enough for Canada. You could do obviously Jokic and those boys.
I think but in fact, now that you're like, the internationals would win, wouldn't they? You got Giannis, Doncic. I forget Shea Gilgeous is Canadian.
Yeah. So anyway,
Jokic.
But this guy came
Jamal
out
Murray,
and said,
isn't he Canadian also?
Yeah. The other thing is the change in the game, obviously, with the 3-point. But so the guy came out and said, Shaq, Kenny, and Chuck, his argument was, are terrible for the NBA. They're terrible for the NBA because all they ever do is tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. I disagreed personally because I like to watch them, and therefore, and I'm a casual observer of the NBA. But if they're on, I like to watch them because I enjoy them.
That's a bit of a It's a bit of an overstatement to say they tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. That sounds like somebody who, when they do tear it down, and I think when they have, it's been rightfully so. You're taking it way too seriously. I mean, they don't spend every second of every show tearing it down, tearing it down, tearing it down. They have torn it down, and usually when one's tearing it down, one or the other is at least counter arguing.
Mm-hmm.
The Shaq can get in his feelings sometimes. He's so soft and sensitive.
Well,
sometimes.
they do. Yeah, they do.
Charles, I'm gonna come over there and whip your ass.
Yeah. They do get a little persnickety about their legacy versus today's guys.
Yeah.
That's probably as old as time, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Give me let's do this before we come back. Give me the DeMar thing then. Why is Drake mad at DeMar?
Oh, basically it was the whole Kendrick thing.
Oh yeah.
And DeMar back Kendrick.
Yeah, DeMar.
Oh, I didn't know
Drake
that.
And DeMar it was Drake's boy.
Yeah. Because Drake's a
Canadian
Toronto guy.
Yeah, but Drake is a true LSB, a true light-skinned brother, very sensitive, very soft.
Oh, you stop it.
Very. No,
what do you? How dare you?
That's the thing, bro. Hey, shut your
thing.
You and Marcel. You and Marcel.
You sound real light-skinned right now. Oh, stop it. But basically, that's it, man. DeMar was on stage.
We apologize to all you LSBs out there.
Y'all know it. Y'all saw. Y'all know it.
Our guy coming down hard on you.
He's a little
lips.
Hey, he's a little butthurt right now.
Well, that would make him an LSB. Be careful.
And the reason he's butthurt is because of people like Mac McClung and Cooper Flagg and Cooper DeJean. I mean, we are back.
I love them boys, man.
The athleticism.
They're bringing the culture
jumping
together.
off the page.
Culture's coming together.
This is
coming together.
This is evolving into a career-ending conversation. So we'll go ahead and go to break. Come back with more to Petro's Plumbing Wednesday on the drill.
There's more than one way to live forever. Gents, I give you the fountain of youth.
1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hey, you can hear about 9 Associates. You'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. You know, Dr. Frank Bowden was selected for one of the most competitive in ophthalmology fellowships in the world. He's frequently called upon for his expert opinion because he's one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area. He's also the founder of Bowden Eye. Visit Bowden Eye Associates today. You'll experience the difference. They are keeping the First Coast focus. That's Bowden Eye and Associates.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is excited to bring you live craps, roulette, and sports betting. All under one roof, hotter than the Florida sun. Feel the luck of the dice. Watch the roulette wheel spin and scream for your touchdown as the big screen comes alive. Dine like a rock star. Sip cocktails that shimmer. Then dive into the heart of Las Vegas right here in Tampa Bay. Live craps, roulette, sports betting is here. Get in on the action now. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa. Located off of I-4 near I-75. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-10-MINUTE.
Don't miss the Players Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Join me, Max Fink, as I keep a close eye on everything that happens in Gator Nation.
The Gator Report, polished up by San Jose Collision, on the home of the Florida Gators, 1010XL.
Go, Gator! A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hello, I'm attorney Malcolm Anthony. Being charged with domestic violence can turn your life upside down. If you're in trouble, call me, Malcolm Anthony, at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
When the heat's on high or the chill is too much, who you gonna call? Cool Cats Heating and Cooling is locally owned and operated with a perfect touch. You'll keep your home just right, day or night. AC to heating, don't take a beating. Call the coolest cats in town. With a 5-star Google rating, they're your neighbors, ready to help. So get your paw of approval from Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town. CoolCatsJax.com.
Mia O'Brien here for Pro Jax Roofing. Here at the Superstation, we talk a lot about pros. Pro football, pro baseball, pro basketball, pro sports. But if you want a true pro when it comes to your roof, you should call Mike with Pro Jax Roofing. Mike's been in the roofing biz for well over 25 years, and when you call, you don't get a recording, you get Mike himself. Find Mike's cell on ProJaxRoofingFL.com. That's ProJaxRoofingFL.com. Don't rely on the third string option. Call in the starter with Mike at Projax Roofing.
Hi, Jags fans. Walker Little here for my friends at Kingfish Pest Control. Playing offensive line in the NFL, I must block and protect on every down. When it comes to keeping my home pest-free, I expect that same level of protection. So I contacted Kingfish after seeing thousands of positive online customer reviews about their service. I can confirm from personal experience, bugs don't stand a chance getting past Kingfish Pest Control. Do what I did. Reach out to Kingfish Pest Control to protect your home, a proud partner of your Jacksonville Jaguars.
Bud Light and everyone at Anheuser-Busch want to remind you to get home safely every time. People are counting on you on the road and at home. Plan ahead with safe rides and don't forget to hydrate between beers. Bud Light encourages everyone to enjoy responsibly and socialize safely.
Hey, it's Angela and Brian Wall. How many companies do you know in this day and age that actually want their potential customers to call their competition and get quotes from them?
That's what WinterWorld wants you to do. WinterWorld knows there are other window companies out there, but we also know those other guys. When compared to WinterWorld, they can't offer you the quality at the price that WinterWorld can.
And with WinterWorld, you get the absolute best guarantee there is in the window replacement business.
If anything goes wrong with your new WinterWorld windows, 5 years from now, 10, 15, 50, WinterWorld and I will be there to fix it for you. You get peace of mind with WinterWorld, and to top it off, WinterWorld windows increase the value of your home. So look what you get with WinterWorld. Quality windows, low price, the best guarantee in the business, energy savings, and an increase in the value of your home. A win-win for you.
Call WindowWorld today and get your free in-home estimate or see them online at windowworldneflorida.com.
WindowWorld, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
WindowWorld also offers energy-efficient doors.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL, brought to you by Epic Cool Heating and Air. Round 2 of interviews for the Jags general manager vacancy begin today in Duval. A name to watch is Bears assistant GM Ian Cunningham, who was one of the popular GM candidates on the market and even turned down the opportunity to become the Cardinals GM. Also interviewing are Jags interim GM Ethan Waugh, Rams Director of Scouting Strategy James Gladstone, Packers VP of Player Personnel John Eric Sullivan, and 49ers Director of Scouting and Football Operations Josh Williams. The number 2 Florida men's basketball team are on a 5-game hot streak after smoking Oklahoma by 22 and look to extend the streak Saturday when they take on LSU. Catch play-by-play at 7 on 92.5 FM. I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. It's 60 degrees at 9 o'clock. Time and temperature brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. It's time. Now, it's time for the 9 o'clock nasty on the drill. We're wasting time. Here are Jeff Prosser, Dan Hicken, and E.T.
All right, I have done my homework. Wow. And I have found a guy we need to get on our football team.
All right.
Our Jacksonville Jaguar football team.
I'm a little gun shy.
That's fair.
Because the Bryce Huff thing.
But Mike Sanders still, I've had a lot of hits.
So this is a draft pick.
It's a draft pick.
Yeah.
I am a road scout.
I find myself, it's kind of, so this is your Jalen Walker, only he's a little deeper in the draft. Like I would go Jalen Walker, I think maybe at 5. I don't know. I might be trending that way. We'll see.
E, what do we need on this team?
Pass rush.
Mm-hmm. And what else do we need? What don't we have enough of?
D lineman.
Yeah, D lineman.
Not position E. Person. What do we need?
Oh, we need more dogs.
Thank you.
We don't need no meows. We don't need no cats.
James Pierce Jr.'s character concerns are causing his draft stock to plummet.
This is the Tennessee kid?
A playoff team's director of player personnel said he's in danger of getting dropped off our board. There are a lot of character concerns. Pierce has an elite analytical profile, elite film, SEC pedigree, will destroy athletic testing. He was left off the most recent Move the Sticks mock draft despite these facts. Let me tell you something.
For round 2.
The Philadelphia Eagles are going to draft this guy, and they're going to continue to dominate. And we're making a huge mistake if we don't find a way to get this cat on our team.
What position does he play?
He's this edge rusher, too.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he kind of underwhelmed this year for Tennessee.
Did. I don't care.
Yeah, that in addition to these other character flags, maybe would, I don't know. I think Sanders still, was a better backing
Apparently, Howie Roseman is putting this out there.
Yeah.
So he drops to the Eagles. All right, we'll take him.
Florio has it out for the Jags, doesn't he?
Nobody likes Florio.
Florio's now selling that the Jags put out the Steeler thing to drum up interest.
No, he isn't.
Yes, he did. Where's the story? I'll tell. It's just annoying. This guy's so.
I went on a long rant about that.
Oh,
yesterday.
you did? Oh,
Well, not about Florio.
Just
about,
the whole thing. It's silly.
It was just all made up.
Of course it is.
And the fact that 7 days later, Trevor Lawrence is addressing it just amazes me that you can just throw anything out there that you want to throw out there.
It's the sign of the
it'll
times,
stick.
man.
It'll stick.
Where did I had this somewhere, bro? Hold on. But yeah, it was Florio. He said something to the effect of, it was the Jags put it out there to see if they could get more trade interest or something to that effect. It's just like the typical Florio, find some negative. I don't have it here.
Okay.
But I'll find it.
Well, I'm not surprised. He was always a Steeler fan too. So
yeah, here we go. This is from Florio. This is the latest from Florio. Now that he's wrong about the Steeler, because by the way, he was also on the whole Steeler thing, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let me get exact. Florio said that he believes that the Jags are indirectly trying to spark trade rumors for Lawrence. He said the situation would help them assess what kind of offer other teams would make for their quarterback. I can tell you this, the Steelers would say they never called. The Steelers would say they don't even know who to call. They don't have a general manager. We're not calling teams about quarterbacks. I think this whole thing, somebody in the Jags organization wants to spark a trade market potentially for Lawrence. Let's get people calling. Let's see what people offer. Yeah, that's what we're doing with a whole new regime coming in of excitement and hope and ceiling. This is what they're doing.
Right. Tony Baselli soundbite, please. Cue in 3, 2, 1. I mean,
it all starts with Dan and Jeff.
No.
For Monday?
No, you know what?
Oh yeah, the belief thing.
Yeah, he believes. You got Liam Cohn who said I came here because of Trevor. I mean,
correct.
So that's
it's
why
not
it's
a story.
Yeah. But
doesn't mean they're right.
Dead cat money. I mean,
it's just 1,000 different reasons. There's bigger issues. Does he need to play better? Of course he does. He needs to improve. He needs to get better. But there are a lot of things that need to get better, and that's too important a position to go willy-nilly. I don't know, man. We were in the desert and quarterback for 20 years. I mean, we got to remember that.
Yeah.
And we now had guys who were even capable.
Yeah.
So
I'm looking at this dude who.
But to me, it was just more typical Florio, though, banging. It's just a nitpicky way to diminish us. It's just annoying.
Whatevs. Looking at this dude, I was wondering how the training's going. This dude ran a marathon in his jeans and ran 6-minute miles. So
why would you do that? There's got to be some chafing going on.
He also like set a record for like pull-ups, like 10,001 pull-ups.
This guy's an overachiever.
Yeah. So he's just a dude. But
6-minute mile in jeans is impressive.
That's impressive.
It's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the point? I mean, unless you're getting either like $1 million from Levi's or why would you run it in jeans? Why would you do that? I mean, you can run them in high heels too. Would you choose to?
Probably try to set a Guinness Book of World Record.
The record in jeans. They'll give those.
They just give those.
We never
away.
did find our. We were on the world record kick there for half a minute. Whatever happened?
Right.
We were going to find one, Hick. That was your job.
It was
wasn't
the balloon thing, right?
Where we're going to hit the balloon
for the entire show.
Yeah, whole show.
Imagine if we could somehow, before the end of our regime here, set a world record.
Oh, that would be so class.
I think
it's not what it used to be. When we were kids, that Guinness Book of World Records was a Bible, man. It was a big deal. You got it every year. It was like a big
I remember buying it and stuff. Yeah.
Like the school, like your little book club school ordering thing.
I think
Scholastics.
I think when we planned out the Summer of Fun, which went upside down last year.
It did.
In a lot of ways.
True.
We had the golf disaster, the torn Achilles. The Summer of Fun did not work out as planned.
That's fair.
But perhaps this summer, when we plan out the Summer of Fun, the only good thing about the Summer of Fun last year was the free breakfast for the Googans. That was a fun thing.
That was good.
Where nobody choked to death.
And it was delicious.
We didn't have to Heimlich anyone.
And it was a full, gaggle of people coming in and out.
Yeah. But anyway, with that said, this year when we do the Summer of Fun, perhaps we'll find a Guinness Book of World Records to do during the show.
We can't do it. It's something we can do, and the balloon's got to be.
Yeah.
Well, that's got to be
all
like hours, doesn't it? How many? What was the record? Do you remember? Was it time or number?
Oh, that's a long time, though, man. A whole show to just bounce the balloon.
Well, and I'm sure the record is more than 4 hours, isn't it? Or in this case, 3.
Now it's so picky. Like, I'm sure there's not a record where 2 men bounce the balloon in the air for an entire on-air program.
Right, yeah,
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
Yeah. So we become like the stats and information on ESPN.
Right.
The Guinness World Record for the longest time to keep a balloon in the air. Sam Clore and Nate W. They held a balloon aloft for 3 hours, 58 minutes, and 44 seconds.
Just knocking it back and forth?
We got it.
Y'all got it.
Yeah.
And y'all are going to do it while we're on air. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Could we not set that easily?
Well, we got to do it the whole show. That's all we do is come in. I'll come in at 6.
The team descent when one or the other screws that up.
Get to it. Oh, God.
I mean,
I thought you were going to hit it. Oh, no.
I think we would probably have to get away from the stuff because you can't have it bounce off of something.
You'd have
if we try to
we'd have to do it outside somewhere on a non-windy day.
You'd have to be standing
Do you have
up.
to be outside? Is that part of it? No.
I don't think so.
That doesn't seem like that should even be a world record if it's that. I mean, I feel like that's easy. If somebody really wanted that, couldn't they do it for 12 hours?
I thought it was going to be way longer
This
than
guy,
that.
David Rush, has kind of worked his way into the balloon world. Longest duration to keep 3 balloons in the air.
Good
Longest
for him.
time to keep 2 balloons in the air with the head. Fastest balloon bursting record with feet.
He's like king of the balloons.
Yeah.
The balloon man.
He's a balloon guy. He's the balloon dude.
Used to be a guy in town we called the balloon man. Remember? He'd take those hot air balloons up. Balloon man. Remember that? Back in the day, back in the early 90s, balloon man. Crazy so-and-so.
So we'll have to get the exact numbers, but it looks like we can do that. Maybe we'll do that this summer, in the summer of fun.
We have to come in early.
Well, yeah, I'll come in early to set a Guinness Book of World Record. I'll come in early.
Yeah, after that 6 o'clocker today, though, you divorced her. I was,
Yeah, the way you talk,
right? Is that
6
fair?
o'clock
I
this
hate her.
morning.
Yeah.
But I guess what? There's going to be days where you're not going to be here, and he just refuses to do it. Now, there was a controversy on the Tuesday day off, by the way, that we should probably clean up.
You knew.
Did not know.
I told you.
There was an addendum. Well, if you told me, I don't listen. It has to be in writing, but it was, thank God. But
it wasn't
if
writing.
you hadn't sent in the golf picks, he would have been here at 6 o'clock Tuesday by himself.
Yeah. No, I did. Well, when he reacted that way, I was surprised. But I knew I had told you. But I also know it's often possible that you weren't listening to me.
Correct.
It was because I told. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
But I told you because I had 2 others that I took out, and I said I'm adding the Tuesday to come back. I told but you acknowledged it.
Yeah,
that's the funny thing.
Had I not said something about the picks, I was like, why is Chef sending me picks?
And then I went and found the
initial
email
right.
that said, "Oh, he's here.
Correct.
I don't know what's going on."
But I did.
And then just before I dumped out, there was an addendum one, and I said, "Oh, what's this? Oh,
oh, I did put it in there.
Yeah.
Oh, so it is in writing. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
it is
so
in
I
writing.
I both emailed and told you.
Yeah,
I'm off the hook. Okay.
Oh
good.
yeah.
But I also told you. So thank God I had the addendum. Oh, this would have gone a lot worse all day today.
Oh God.
man.
Yeah. So that's grab. At what point did you realize that it wasn't me that screwed it up?
Oh, once I went and looked.
So then you found the addendum. Like, oh, okay, I was just wrong.
I found the addendum.
Yeah, because that happens with me.
I mean, that was pretty instant, right? I first sent you a copy
quick.
of the 3-day.
Yeah, it was
and I
quick.
said, "What is this BS?"
Yeah.
And then I went, "Oh, hold on."
Good for me.
I was definitely going to open up the phone lines at 6 a.m.
I got to win there. Good for me.
Play some music.
Because I got to be honest, I would not have been able to tell you for certain that I put the written addendum in. I'm glad I did, but I do know that I told him, but that would have never flown. He would have gone to his grave, insisting, swearing, knowing that I never did.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. All right, we got to take a break. We'll come back with more. This is the 9 o'clock Nasty. I'm feeling New York City headlines later.
Okay.
A lot to do today.
That'll be fun.
Right here on
It's
the
a
Drill.
Beatros Plumbing Wednesday, gang. Like Beatros is there for all your plumbing emergencies or just projects that you've got planned. Also now hiring commercial plumbers. And you want to lock on with a great company. There's that. For that and more, go to BeatrosPlumbing.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
On and off the field, at home, on the road, practice or game day, Hayes Carline covers the Jaguars daily on the all-new 1010XL.com. 1010XL.com.
Hey y'all, I'm Hannah with the Deck Guys. We've been locally owned and operated for over 10 years in the outdoor living space. If you are looking to get spring projects started, like a new deck, pavers installed, or maybe a pergola, we would love to earn your business. Just remember,
call the Deck Guys if you
Call 904-813-2474.
TheDeckGuysJacks.com.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beachurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beachurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beachurst Plumbing, here to help.
What could you do with an extra $75,000 right now, or even a couple $100,000? If you own a home, you can get that money in less than a week with Loan Pronto. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto is the leader in quickly converting your home equity into cold hard cash, so you can pay off all your credit cards or start that home remodel. Loan Pronto has several easy options to let you access the cash from your home. There's virtually no paperwork, no cumbersome process, no junk fees, often no appraisals. Listen, the average homeowner now has over $300,000 in equity. That's your money. Use it. One client got $150,000 out and paid off all their credit cards, 2 car loans, and a personal loan, cutting their monthly expenses by $1,500. You can get approved in as little as 1 day, so act now with no hard credit pull up front. LoanPronto.com or 904-999-1508. Get the money you need for anything at 904-999-1508 or just go to LoanPronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Standing 5'9" and weighing about 190 pounds, who would have thought that this kid from Louisiana would have had such an impact on the NFL? But his impact off the field is what makes work done incredible. The former Florida State running backs Home for the Holidays program provides housing for struggling families and time for Christmas. He has provided and furnished over 150 houses and counting. I'm ET, and this Black History Month profile on 1010XL is brought to you by Instant Keys, fast, professional, honest locksmith service.
This is Dr. George Bari inviting you to look online at BariOrthopedics.com for the latest in medical advancements when it comes to getting you back to full joint health. After studying under Dr. James Andrews, I know proper diagnosis is the first key to treatment, and educating the patient is the fastest path to recovery. Whether it's chronic back pain, nagging arthritis, or necessary joint replacement, we're here to serve you in the best possible way. We are Bari Orthopedics and online at BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish. And he's listening to the Nimnicht Outdoor Show.
With tips and stories.
Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Every Saturday morning, 7 to 10.
On 1010XL.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here. In the past 10 years, the weight loss industry has seen it all. New medications, fad diets, sculpting, and still, Awaken 180 continues to stand alone as the proven solution for weight loss online at awaken180weightloss.com.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. WM is the largest sustainability company in North America. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Your services will be completed in a timely, safe, and eco-friendly manner. Go to WM.com/Duval. That's WM.com/Duval and get signed up today. If anyone can talk trash, it's the Mangler.
E to the T here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find the scratch kitchen that comes through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Come on, somebody.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Here we go. I've got someone on the text line that's asking a question, and yeah, it's true. And you can read between the lines what Tiger said while hosting his tournament over the weekend. Some collaboration of Live and PGA is coming. It's coming sooner rather than later, and it would not be shocking if it was announced at the Players, where they're all there.
Yeah.
Or, when the entire tour is there, it's their tour event, and some form or fashion, there's going to be at least a combo collaborative, whether or not each continue to exist in and of themselves, we'll see. The live golfers, just a shame, are just playing literally in blackness. I mean, no one's watching them at all.
Yes, 100%, 100%. Nobody. I don't even know. Have they started yet?
Yeah,
they have.
They had a tournament last week where there was, I can't remember, it was like 13,000 viewers.
We
on
mentioned
FS1.
we mentioned earlier the Chargers going to Brazil. The Jets and the Browns each will play at Hotspur Stadium in London. The Jags will be at Wembley for one game this year. Colts are in Berlin. The Dolphins are in Madrid. The Steelers are in Dublin, Ireland.
All this year.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is their answer to putting a team over there.
I like this
it doesn't work, so let's just have a bunch of international games. And
it's never going to work putting a team over there. In a league that strives for parity.
Yeah.
Having a team that far away would never work.
Yeah,
it would add just too wonky an element.
Unless you can Star Trek transfer portal them.
Yeah,
or they stand up there and you show up in Europe.
I don't think they can do that.
That's going to be tough to do.
Why wouldn't you put a team in Hawaii before you put a team in Europe?
Yeah,
at least honor them.
Yeah.
If I'm going to fly 6 hours, let's keep it stateside.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it. I don't think you grow the game. I don't think the game's growing. I don't think they're NFL fans in any of those cities. And I don't think they ever will be. It's just like you could bring an EPL soccer game to Jacksonville Stadium one a year every year, and I don't think the game would grow here.
Right.
There would be soccer fans who are already soccer fans who would go, just as if you go to Europe, there are football fans who are already football fans. But there's very few people that are going to trade in their allegiance from their soccer team to some NFL team that comes once every however many years.
Mm-hmm.
But there's got to be some value or they wouldn't do it.
Right.
Some sort of international, promotional dollar that they're bagging some way, shape, or form through their,
It's all about
sponsorships.
It's all money. I noticed that Kansas is not the Kansas of normal.
They're getting shellacked for that. BYU's not even any good.
Yeah, they destroyed them last night. And so it's going to be a quick exit. If Kansas probably wasn't Kansas, they might even be on the bubble. I don't know if they're on the bubble, but they're not very good. And then, which is amazing because they still have that Hunter Dickinson kid, right?
Yeah,
but
they have one of their perimeter players was supposed to be one of the better players in the game too. They have their moments, but yeah, they're that's what's impressive about Florida and Auburn in particular. These dudes aren't losing games.
We talked last week about Pitino.
Yeah, he's the best coach in basketball.
And there's
his kid is also 22-4 in New Mexico.
Yeah. There is it's not a documentary, but we follow him around. Total Access.
All right.
St. Johnny's basketball thing going on.
Imagine if he had Clayton, by the way.
Well, they got him at halftime, and I mean, dig in and be a basketball player. I don't care. We don't care about your missed shot. Every time you miss a shot, your game deflates. We don't care about your missed shot. Play bleeping defense. You guys are blowing opportunity upon opportunity. You're like children. I mean, bad things happening. Instead of digging in and being tougher, you guys wilt. Where's your bleeping toughness?
Yeah.
I mean, just right in their faces.
He knows how to push the buttons.
You guys are so weak mentally. When something doesn't go right for you, don't you know what adversity is all about? This is life. This is what he's telling. It was great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, now again, in this day and age, does it work? Well, it is with these kids.
It works.
Yes.
Of course it works.
It does.
Accountability, and, they were telling a story, and this is off.
Let me put it this way.
You got to have those kind of players.
It wouldn't work for everybody.
That's right.
Not in this day and age. Some of these kids will be like, I'm out of here.
And
nobody talks to me that way.
Well, here's the deal. If you've been at St. John's the last few years and now suddenly you're a dadgum, tournament, you're in top 10. They're in the top 10.
Yeah.
And what an unbelievable job. Everywhere this guy goes, man, he's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
He really is. Did he take Iona to the tournament?
Yes. Yes.
Did he go off and coach like Greece for a year or two while we're at it or something? He went and coached
Probably.
some. Yeah. How old is Pitino?
73 or 4.
Let me ask you a question.
72.
Should Kentucky, rather than hiring Mark Pope, should they have run it back with Pitino?
Heck yeah.
Was that talked about?
Yes.
Why didn't they do it?
They would
Too
have
old?
taken him in No,
No, Patino wouldn't do it. Didn't want to revisit.
Well, I don't know if he didn't, but he probably would have. There's too much.
There's been some bad blood or some things said.
Too much junk for. I mean, a major pro.
I don't know if Patino has that much. I mean, more than others? More than Todd Golden?
It just depends on how you want to. I don't know how you stack it up. The Italian love scene versus
the Tinder swindler.
I don't know. That's the Tinder swindler. But yeah, Boston University, Providence, Kentucky, Louisville, Iona, St. John's, 27-8, 25-8 in Iona. Yeah.
Who, by the way,
22-4 this year.
Although Iona is a low key really good low major lower to mid program, right?
Shout out to Jeff Rulin.
Yeah, he took them to the tournament. They were here in Jacksonville one of our tournament years.
Were they?
Yeah, Rulin had Iona here.
Hey, what?
Florida may have beat Iona one year.
Somebody asked me this the other day.
Yeah.
When does the are we back in the rotation or no? Because we lost out.
Yeah, I don't think we are. I don't think I've seen us in the rotation. I looked this up. I don't think for the next 3 or 4 years are we there. I don't know what's going on.
Well, what happened is it's something that you have to stay on top of, and I don't know if with all the changeover and stuff what exactly happened, but we lost out on it, and
here are the host cities for. I know we're not in there this year, so let's look at 26 and 27. Yeah, let's see. 26 next year. It's Buffalo, Greenville, South Carolina, Oklahoma City, Portland, Tampa, Philly, San Diego, St. Louis.
Okay.
All we ever get is first, second round, so I'm not even going to look after that.
Yeah.
And then for 2027, it's Dayton, Charlotte, Pittsburgh, Minneapolis, Omaha, Louisville, Fort Worth, Sacramento, Spokane.
Yeah, we got to get back in the rotation.
Yeah, we got to get back in.
Because that's a great. Did you ever go to the NCAA tournament here?
No.
You would love it. Again.
28, it's in Orlando. Because Tampa and Orlando
snatched it.
Well, no, they haven't been around that. I haven't mentioned them in the last 3 years. Orlando back in 2028. Yeah, that's too bad. That was fun having that here.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of fun.
And usually if you get in that rotation,
we had
you're
Kentucky
good.
come through here. We had Duke come through here.
Florida, the year they won.
Florida, the year they won, came through here.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we were with we were with Kentucky Jeff and Skinny one year, just getting hammered drunk and going to the game. It was fun.
We had 2 of them, maybe 3?
I think at least 3.
Yeah.
I know Florida came through. I know Duke came through. And I know Kentucky came through. And they didn't come through together.
Okay.
All right, we'll grab a break, make the turn for home, and we return right here on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. 1010XL is your home for Jacksonville University basketball.
It's Jacksonville's biggest inner-city rivalry, JUUNF in the River City Rumble. Tomorrow night at 8 on 1010 AM.
Folks, Hicken here for Zero Res. And, man, February's running down, but it's still time for you for some of the hottest prices of the year. After the big game, get this house, get a jump on that spring cleaning, right? And get the carpets clean. I had my carpet clean. It is unbelievable. It's like a new carpet. It smells so good. I love it. So right now you can get 3 rooms, and then you get the 4th room on me. Yeah, hottest price of the year. Check them out. Just Zero Res. You spell it forward, Zero Res. You know the name. Spell it back. It's the right way to clean.
Don't miss the Players Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks, and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For
105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Hey, Hicken here. I couldn't be any happier than to join the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, I mean it. Visit their beautiful showroom today off Atlantic Boulevard. Find out exactly what I'm talking about. No pressure, just friendly help. And whether you want a car, a truck, SUV, electric, pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet has it. And if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, no problem. MooreChevy.com is easy to navigate as any site you will try. It's never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On February 19, 1978, Bobby Allison at the 20th Daytona 500 started 33rd, taking the lead with 11 laps remaining, becoming the winner with the lowest starting position to win the 500.
Bueller, stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, what's the matter?
I don't know about this air conditioner, Jason.
You know, my job is actually to...
I mean, 1 minute it's working, and the next minute it's not working. And every time I leave the house, I don't know if I'm coming back to a nice, cool oasis or a steaming cesspool of sweaty garbage fumes and dog farts, and then I'll never get to sleep. And I'll be too late to call someone. And what if I've got a big meeting the next morning and I haven't slept a wink?
Okay, dude, stay cool. Or at least stay cooler.
But
Bueller Air and Plumbing can figure out why your AC only works sometimes and not all the time. We fix that kind of stuff every day.
You mean you can...
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend all your time worrying about an air conditioner that can totally be fixed, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Get a healthy start in 2025. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to encourage you to get healthy and stay healthy this year. They have a dedicated team who are committed to providing quality care. The goal is to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Visit duval.floridahealth.gov to learn more about their health programs and services. That's duval.floridahealth.gov.
These days, it feels like everyone is talking about how the American dream of homeownership has become out of reach for so many of us. Well, Rocket is trying to give us more of a chance to own our homes. They're making homeownership simpler and more accessible to more people, turning renters into owners. Rocket believes that every one of us deserves a shot at the American dream. So, are you ready? Own the dream. Visit Rocket.com or call 800-4ROCKET.
If you're tired of weekend projects turning into weekend disasters, you're not alone. Building a fence isn't as easy as it looks. And let's face it, your neighbor still hasn't fixed his lopsided masterpiece. But Superior Fence and Rail makes it easy. Highly trained professionals, top quality materials, and a fence you'll love for years to come. Skip the stress and call the pros today.
When you're on the fence, about the fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
Oh, time to cool down a little bit as we've had a hot show today. GM interviews begin today, so look for the Jags to announce one probably Friday, Saturday, and then Monday off to the Combine, and away we go.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get a GM for said Combine, and they may very well have one by then, so names will keep percolating, and as the news drops, you'll hear it here, obviously, if not on our show, somewhere along the day parts here. Listen, the Gator basketball team, just with every passing game, is removing any questions from what the expectations for them are. And now look, they're more answer than question. They definitely look like a top 4 seed. They look like one of the best 4 teams in the country. It continued last night. They won another 20-point game. That's 10 wins this year by 20 or more, second most in all of college basketball. They're up to 2 or 3 in the net, 2 or 3 in the polls, and I see Jay Billis has them as his 4th-ranked team. They are top 10 in both offensive and defensive efficiency. And last year, defensively, they were like 100. They weren't very good. So just to keep on keeping on for a Gator basketball team that is primed to make a deep run this March.
Yes, 100%. Hey,
Yup.
what you think about doing some New York City headlines today?
I like that.
You want to knock that out? It's brought to you by our friend Dr. Rick Townsend, mypvconcierge.com for all your medical needs. You'll get all your answers there as well. Without further ado, actual headlines in New York City period.
Yeah, I can't make them up. They're that crazy. It's not a good place. Not where I'd want to live.
A former U.S. Open champ left in tears after she's approached by fixated man in scary on-court moment.
Well, you talk scary on court, just call Monica Seles. You'll feel better about your experience.
Why Dana Carvey skipped the SNL 50 special after his recent Joe Biden sketches.
I hope there's he's sick or had some other conflict because he should have been on there. A big part of what SNL was when it was funny.
Without a trace, massive search underway for teacher last seen on boat celebrating 50th with fiancé who was later found dead in the lake.
Spoiler alert. Think I can tell you what happened to him.
Brazen migrants charged in $2 million burglary spree targeting Mahomes, Kelsey, other star athletes.
I tell you what, man, the migrants don't have the news. Yeah, they don't watch TV or read online because you're even more brazen doing that these days.
Let's see. You are the father. How to tell if Elon Musk is your kid's dad, and more hilarious headlines from the Babylon Bee.
Yeah, this Musk thing's off-putting, if you ask me. Off-putting-y.
Fight fallout. Dolton dictator hit with lawsuit. Boyfriend fired over chaotic board meeting brawl after she's called a, quote,
yeah, 2 words.
I didn't actually read it.
2 words don't often end up.
9 o'clock nasty. I couldn't read the headline.
2 words don't often end up in the same sentence. Boardroom and brawl. That's usually.
Fiends ruffled feathers. New Jersey bird shop owner whose $7,000 parrot was stolen last month, shot in the face with a crossbow in random attack.
Shot in the face with a crossbow. And by the way, there's no bird in the world worth $7,000. So I'm glad you're $7,000. Anybody pays $7,000 for a parrot deserves for it to fly away.
Oh boy, Cassie Ventura is pregnant, expecting baby number 3 a year after Sean Diddy Combs' takedown.
That'd be really more interesting if I knew who Cassie Rivera was.
She's a hottie.
Okay.
Base brawl. Patrick Mahomes' dad admits stage truth about John Rocker altercation in court.
The biggest piece of news out of that, I can go deeper than the headline. I mean, he's doing this for $85,000. I mean, hey, Pat, go, Patrick, give Pops $100,000 and get him out of this public light here.
True hero, most decorated dog in U.S. history who took down White House intruder, dies at 16. His legacy will live on.
Okay. It's an impressive legacy. None of us know his name, but nonetheless.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a legacy. Somebody's got to know your name.
Century in the finding. Egypt uncovers first royal tomb in over 100 years, ending discovery drought since King Tut was discovered in 1922.
And they hit him pretty good back in the day, I'd say.
Tutankhamun, we like to call it.
Sure.
Tutankhamun.
King Tut.
That's rotten eggs spilled on Turnpike after crash as winter storm buries highways in snow.
Well, at least if you're all icy, I guess you're not going to get more slippery.
Fish species believed to be extinct spotted after 85 years. And the last one, just to get in.
Mm-hmm.
They're still
playing to the echo of the whistle today.
Yeah, we are going to play to the echo of the whistle, but I saw this one at the bottom.
Okay, and you want to get to it.
ASAP Rocky, is that correct?
That's correct.
ASAP Rocky leaps.
Don't ask me, ask Jeff.
Leaps into Rihanna's arms as she breaks down in tears after verdict is read.
Oh, I saw the video.
What was the verdict, E? What were we doing?
He must have been found innocent.
Yeah, he was found innocent on like some assault charges or something.
He jumped in her arms?
Yeah, he did. Like
the other way, she held him up?
Literally. She was sitting down.
Oh, okay.
She said...
Faced up to 24 years in prison if
Are they
convicted.
are they a thing? E, or
Oh,
no?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They got kids together. And
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
The crowd howled as he lunged forward.
Oh, it was funny. She called him. They were hugging. It was great.
Oh, man. Yeah. So anyway, he was looking at some serious jail time. So that's a big deal, I guess.
Wow.
Is he a rapper?
Yes.
Is he a good rapper?
I mean,
it's a pretty big name.
Yeah, pretty huge name.
He's very, thank God, ASAP, that you put that V under your ear on your neck and
not on his
in the
face?
front of your ear, or you would have been found guilty.
The verdict would have been different.
100%. Am I right, E?
No, you're not right.
Yes, I am.
No.
He also denied the claims, arguing he's holding a prop gun for security. Found no physical evidence of a shooting when they searched the alleged crime scene.
Wait, are you reading the article?
Yeah.
This is New York headline.
Yeah. Well, now we've switched into our
we transitioned.
cat theory and hypothesis.
I was just trying to make sure.
Yeah. ASAP Rocky does not have face tats, therefore he is innocent. If I was on the jury,
That's
I
what
would
you
have said,
go
we
with.
don't even need to debate this thing.
Right, innocent.
Would you say it's safe to say that the Jaguars will sign, what number will it be? X amount of starters in free agency?
2.
That's the number I would have landed on. So, at what position will the Jaguars sign starters in free agency?
Defense.
Okay. Which 2 positions? What about O-line?
Corner.
Corner for sure.
Maybe safety. Maybe D-line.
Yeah. Starters. Which would mean, obviously, Darby's gone, Cisco gone? Is that how it works?
Darby's gone. Cisco's gone, yes.
Does it concern you at all, or is it strange to you that doesn't it seem like Wingard always grades high?
Do we?
Yeah. Like, I think that Wingard was PFF's highest graded safety. I could be wrong. Mike would know that better. He's on top of those analytics and gradings and evaluations and lists better than I am. But I feel like every time I see PFF, they are somehow extolling the virtues of Andrew Wingard.
Bring him in.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. Find the coolest cats in town at coolcatsjacks.com.
Morning, Mike.
Good morning. I thought it was interesting. Jeff just brought up not the Wingard thing, which is interesting as well, but do you think the Jags will sign a starter in free agency, or how many? Because we've been doing these mock draft shows on Wednesdays, and this week we decided, okay, pick a position. Everyone can pick their own and assume that they've covered it in free agency.
Okay.
And how does that affect your mock draft?
Look at the synergy that we have here at 10
Right. And I do think Wingard does generally grade out fairly well, which is a testament to it's good to know what you're supposed to do, even if you're not
the most athletic
athlete on the team.
That's
right?
fair.
I mean, it seems simple.
Yeah.
Know your assignment. Go do it.
Now, would you, if you were going to answer your own trivia question and grab a starter in free agency, is there a position that you would like to see that veteran presence more than others, or is it just a matter of filling these voids through both processes?
I'm fine with whatever, because I feel like there are a lot of good interior offensive line options in the draft, doing this. But if they went out and signed a guard that they liked and you were good with that, and you wanted to maybe wait a little bit later in the draft and get a developmental guy or two, that's fine. It'd be nice to have a corner that has some NFL experience that you could plug in and feel pretty good about how.
There are corners in free agency. I saw like 3 or 4 names.
And there's some that may
Jags have been linked to some of them.
Added to the pool in free agency as well. There's some
Zaire Alexander looks like he might be available.
Which is kind of a weird situation, but Campanile, being in Green Bay, should know whether or not he's a guy worth investing in.
Yeah. Good point. Good point. What do you got cooking today?
We'll do that. We'll talk a little draft. We've got another poll question out there. Just who do you think the Jags GM will be based on the choices that they've narrowed it down to? So Ian Cunningham in the lead.
Seems to be.
Right now.
Did y'all, with the Raiders guy pulling out of his job there, does that mean anything? Was there any dots there?
The assistant GM?
But do you have to? Now, you wouldn't have to give up compensation for an assistant GM, or would you?
No.
So it has to be a
Because
lateral
he's
move.
getting a
He's getting an
promotion.
upgrade. So
You know,
that he doesn't need to do that to clear a path
You
here.
wouldn't have to give up compensation if they allow him.
If they allow.
to interview, right?
Yeah.
Like, which is why they seek permission.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Gotcha.
Have a
All
great show.
All right, guys. Thank
All
you.
right.
It's been
Like
been a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday, not just for all your plumbing needs, but also hiring commercial plumbers now as well. Get that all at beachroastplumbing.com, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Time for us to swerve. Thank you.